from the Peoria Sports Complex in Peoria, Arizona. Tonight, the Arizona United enter the fourth round of the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup by hosting one of Major League Soccer's most renowned franchises, the LA Galaxy. Good evening and welcome to the Arizona United pregame show. I'm Barry Butel. So glad you could tune in for USL soccer action. This Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup matchup, the fourth round matchup against the LA Galaxy. Yes, this is not the USL's LA Galaxy 2. This is the LA Galaxy from the MLS, the same team David Beckham played for from 2007 through 2012. The head coach of Arizona United, Michael Della Russo, talks about tonight's matchup against the Galaxy.
Great for the whole state. We've only put this organization a few months ago, together, and to have one of the top MLS teams come here, play here, it's amazing. It'll be great for the community, and it's great for our boys. We'll obviously get to see where we're at, but at the end of the day, like I told these guys, is to enjoy it. This is a great stepping stone for them. It's where a lot of these guys want to be on our team. So they're going to be able to test themselves with some of the best players in the country.
There is little doubt the United will be pumped up to face the Galaxy here tonight. Two guys that are definitely pumped up to bring it to you. Let's head upstairs now. Ken Tomash and Alan Hopkins, guys.
Thank you, Barry. I am Ken Tomash. He is Alan Hopkins. And Alan, one of the many great, wonderful things about the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup is that it is open to clubs big and small, young and old. This Arizona United club is only 97 days old, and here they are taking on the glamour guys from L.A. and Hollywood. What is going through their minds? You've been in this position as a player who was on a team who had a great run in 97 in the Open Cup. What's their mindset with this opportunity in front of them?
Well, I think it's very fitting, Ken, that this will feel like playing in a World Cup for all the Arizona United players. What a great opportunity to show that they can play at the MLS level like some of the players already have, but also prove that they're a team to be reckoned with in a tournament already full of many upsets.
In fact, let's look at how Arizona United got here. LA, this is their first game in the tournament, but Arizona United came in the second round, scored 3 goals in the final 10 minutes to win at Portland against the Timbers U23s of the PDL, then came back home and had to work overtime to beat Oklahoma City Energy 2-1. Newton made a huge goalkeeper save of a penalty kick late in that one to preserve the victory. Now, when you think about the LA Galaxy, obviously you think Landon Donovan, you think Roy Keane. They're not here tonight, but this is still a very formidable Galaxy squad. They're going to be very tough to break down at the back, and that begins with center back A.J. De La Garza.
Yeah, the attack will be missing their big guns, but the defenders that have been there for the entire season for the LA Galaxy will be on display tonight. And A.J. De La Garza is one of the most versatile players in the league. All the coaches in MLS love him. Why? Because he can play in the back centrally, he can play out wide, he can play in the midfield as well, and he's a big reason why they have a couple of stars added to what has already been a very illustrious career for him and the LA Galaxy over the years. He's a big reason why the Galaxy defense has been as good as they've been this year.
And Michael Della Russo knows him very well. They were the center backs when Michael Della Russo was the captain of the Maryland Terrapin squad that won the NCAA championship in 2005. You see those two there. You'll see A.J. De La Garza near the top and Mike Della Russo near the middle. This team was stacked. They had Maurice Adu. They had Jason Gary, who won the Herman. They had Robbie Rogers, who we'll see tonight, and a guy named Graham Zusi, who you may have seen assist on the game-winning goal for the U.S. men's national team on Monday against Ghana. All right, so obviously with Keane and Donovan not here, that does not mean that this LA team can't score goals, because they can. They've got some hungry guys up front. That means it's a big test for that young back line of Arizona United, specifically center back London Woodbury.
You talk about learning on the job. Woodbury is a player that is converted from being a guy who scores goals to being someone who tries to prevent them. We'll see how well he does tonight going up against the best group of attackers he's gone up against in his career since he's moved to the back line. I think he'll prove to be athletic enough. The question will be, can he persevere the wave after wave of attack I'm sure we'll see from the Galaxy tonight.
The magic of the Open Cup is that anything can happen, and we're going to bring it to you with kickoff in just over a half hour from Peoria Sports Complex in Peoria, Arizona. Let's go back down to the field to Barry Butel.
Thank you, guys. 1914, that is when it all started, the U.S. Open Cup. Back in 1914, it wasn't the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. It was actually the National Challenge Cup. Then it changed in 1999 to the present name. Open to all affiliated amateur and professional U.S. teams. The first winner back in 1914, I know you've been waiting so patiently for that answer. Brooklyn Field Club, remember that great team? 4 teams have won 3 consecutive U.S. Open Cup titles. The Seattle Sounders were the last team to do it, 2009 through 2011. DC United, they are the defending champions, but they lost. So there will be a new champion crowned in the U.S. Open Cup. California teams, they've won the most cup titles, 10 overall. Arizona United, well, they're the first Arizona team to make it to the 4th round. It's going to be a great matchup. The LA Galaxy in town for this 4th round matchup against the United. Stay with us. They are the most vocal, exuberant fans all around the area. They are La Furia Roja. We'll introduce you to this fan base in just a moment as the Arizona United pregame show continues here on Cox 7.
Eyes. We all have them. You, even you, all unique, just like you. At Nationwide Vision, we understand this. So when it comes to eyewear, contact lenses, eye exams, LASIK, ICL, and cataract procedures, our expert team of doctors will make sure the care you receive is perfect, just for you. Call 1-800-EYECARE or go to nationwidevision.com to find a location near you. Nationwide Vision.
For more than 40 years, our commitment to quality has remained unparalleled. At Portisubs, our master slicers slice your sandwich fresh to order every time. We use only the highest quality meats and cheeses, delicious fresh baked breads, and add all of your favorite healthy farm fresh veggies and savory shakers just the way you want them. The result is the best sandwich you have ever tasted, sliced fresh every time.
Make Portisubs your destination.
From the scene of yet another car wreck, we go live to Janet Green. Janet?
There are dozens of car wrecks every day in the Phoenix area. The problem is people often don't realize they've been hurt until a couple of days later. And without documentation, people won't get the money they deserve for their injuries. The solution? The Lerner and Rowe app. It allows you to completely document the wreck and even allows you to submit your case directly to Lerner and Rowe. It's free and it's a must-have.
Thanks, Janet. Lerner and Rowe truly is the way to go.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Arizona United season seats are the greatest way to experience Arizona United professional soccer. Arizona United now taking 2015 season seat deposits. Join Arizona United today with a $25 per seat non-refundable deposit for the 2015 season. Put down your deposit today to get on the 2015 priority seating list by calling Arizona United at 623-594-9606. Welcome back to the Arizona United pregame show. Barry Butel with you. We're counting you down until the United take on the LA Galaxy in the 4th round action here of the U.S. Open Cup. Well, they are the craziest fans you see and hear. That's right, at all of the Arizona United games. They are La Furia Roja 1881, and there's nothing quiet about them. Photo editor Peter Costello shows us just who is LFR.
We are united. We are united. We are united. We are united.
Make it roll!
LFR has been fantastic. They bring energy to a game, and just their support has been phenomenal. Our guys feed off of it, and it's just exciting to see them out here with so much enthusiasm.
LFR's been amazing so far. They come out yelling for 90 minutes every game. We want to make this a tough place to play. We want to win every game that we play here, and they're a big part of that.
La Furia Roja is our supporters group, and they're, behind us cheering before the matches, during the matches, and post matches. So they're kind of the people who get behind us and make a lot of noise and try to put pressure on the other team. And obviously, it comes with sports. They'll heckle the other team a little bit, but that helps us out in the end of the day.
LFR is La Furia Roja. It's translated as the Red Fury. It's just something we came up with a long time ago. Happens to also be Spain's national team, but we kind of ignore that.
It's been a great way for me to meet a lot of new great people. It's also a way for me to connect with the soccer community here in Phoenix, and it's just been a wonderful experience for me.
I mean, their chants, you always hear them every now and then their undying support, honestly, and how they make noise the whole game. They're into it, and they're true soccer fans. So.
It just helps us during games. It's hot here during the games. 90 minutes, guys get tired. But when we hear them chanting the whole time, It gives us a little boost towards the end of the game, especially when we're protecting a lead. It helps us finish out the game and get results.
It's always good to have a supporters group. You know, it's good to know that you have a community that wants you to do well. So once we have their support, you know, it kind of makes us want to give a little more on the field and try to get the best out of ourselves so we can please the fans.
The group is, I mean, it's made up of people from a lot of different ethnicities, so it's nice and diverse. And we just all get together and talk about soccer and everything that's going on with it, be it FIFA related or World Cup related as it is now. And it's just a great time to get together and just talk about soccer.
We're here to support local soccer any way we can, be at the games, get loud, have fun. People like to drink. That's really all it is. People coming together for a mutual appreciation of the beautiful game in a local way. So we have the march, which is from here to the gate. We all march together and chant along, so people all along this road can kind of get their attention focused towards the team and towards the stadium. That's our goal with that march.
You know, we had a great one at Maryland. They were called the Crew. They're nationally well known. A lot of similarities. You know, they get to know their players, and they really love the sport, love the area, and they just have, you know, that support that it's kind of like unconditional love.
I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win.
La Furia Roja 1881 helping to bring true home field advantage for the Arizona United. Well, he's the man who brought the Arizona United to the Valley. We'll check in with the team owner, Kyle Ing, as we continue to count you down here on the Arizona United pregame show. The United taking on the LA Galaxy, only here on Cox 7.
Arizona United SC plays LA Galaxy 2, Saturday, June 21st at the Peoria Sports Complex. United looks to continue its inaugural season as they host one of the league's best teams in LA Galaxy 2 on Saturday, June 21st at 7 p.m. Get your tickets today to support your Arizona United Soccer Club as they try to battle their way into the playoffs. Catch all the end-to-end action on their pitch at the Peoria Sports Complex with tickets starting at just $7. Arizona United versus the LA Galaxy 2, June 21st. Tickets on sale now at ArizonaUnited.com.
We'd all like to move up. So don't settle for a Toyota or Honda. Move up to Hyundai Elantra. Move up to more horsepower. Upgrade to more interior space. Raise your expectations of innovation and style. Move up to America's best warranty. 5 years longer than Honda or Toyota. And right now you can move up to a Hyundai Elantra with a $159 a month lease. Or get up to $2,000 in total savings. Now's the best time to move up to Hyundai at your Valley Hyundai dealers.
You can still get great seats for this Saturday night's game against the LA Galaxy 2 in USL Pro League action here at the Peoria Sports Complex. Game time 7 p.m. Just go to ArizonaUnited.com/tickets. Call the ticket office at 623-594-9606 or email your request to tickets@ArizonaUnited.com. Welcome back to the Arizona United pregame show. Barry Butel joined by Kyle Ing, the owner of the Arizona United. Build it and they will come. The LA Galaxy have definitely arrived in town to face your squad, Kyle, but wow, what a whirlwind it has been. Can you take us back, as Ken mentioned, 97 days ago it all began?
Yeah, March 17th, we purchased the team and off we go, you know, and what a honor to have all LA Galaxy here, MLS, these fans. We're gonna have a nice full house here. A gift from the soccer gods. I guess it's just a gift from the soccer gods to have the Galaxy here.
You, of course, own one of the most preeminent advertising firms here in the Valley, in Arrowhead Advertising. Why would you want a soccer team? Did you want to give back to the community?
Well, it really, that is what it came down to. You know, people say, is it because you're a huge soccer fan? I said my soccer career ended as a third grader when I got hit in the head with a ball. But really it became down to USL Pro saying if we can't find a buyer for the team here, we're not going to play in Phoenix. And I thought at some point it's about what we can do to give back to the community, what we can do to provide for the community. And for me, it was, let's go ahead and field the soccer team. Let's buy the soccer team. Let's do it the right way. We paid some players from last year. That was the right thing to do. Let's get back right with the soccer community. There's some passionate fans here, and let's put on a quality product that everyone can be proud of.
Michael Della Russo, I'm sure a number of prospects as far as a head coach were out there for you. Why were you drawn to Della Russo?
Well, you look at winning pedigree. You look at the University of Maryland. He's a great young coach. He knows how to win. He's used to winning. He played in this league in Austin. He played in MLS. And I just thought it was the right time to make that kind of change. We could have hired someone from the West Coast. When you hire someone from the University of Maryland, the preeminent soccer program in America, we thought we were making a statement, and he's been unbelievable.
What is the impact of tonight's game against the Galaxy? It's a U.S. Open match. It's the 4th round, first ever pro team in Arizona to reach this point. But what's the significance of having the Galaxy here?
Just from an exposure standpoint, just to be able to play an MLS team. A lot of our guys played in MLS before. They want to get back to that level again. It's a good litmus test for us. It's a good test for us to see how we can compete with one of the best teams in MLS. And I think for something for our fans to enjoy. We're only, a 5-hour drive from LA, and I know there's a lot of Galaxy fans here. That's great. There's a lot of soccer fans here, which is most important.
And you're building your fan base, and we just saw unbelievable, organic La Furia Roja 1881, the support you're getting from that group. It's just fantastic early on here to see a good foundation being built.
I go around the country with USL Pro, and they tell us, and I believe, we have the best fan supporter club in the entire league. And I would even say in all of soccer. They have unbelievable support. They have been with us from day one through last year's ownership to this year. They're the first people I called when we bought the team, and we're proud to have them as our partners.
And you're also, giving back to youth soccer. It was just a short time ago when all the state teams came out here, and a financial commitment was given on behalf of the United to help support those teams.
Well, so they win the state cup.
Yep.
They're going to represent the state of Arizona. We're Arizona United. We're the only professional soccer team in Arizona. We said, why don't we give them something? We all gave them $500 for each team to help offset their travel costs. We're proud that they're representing the state of Arizona, and we're proud to be Arizona's professional soccer team.
How important is that to support youth soccer, knowing that's really where your fan base is going to develop, and really it is just astounding just how popular soccer is here in the Valley.
Soccer's unbelievably popular. It's the fastest growing participatory sport in the state, and we wanted from a grassroots level say we're here, we're the professional team, how can we help? How can we help grow the game? That's our goal. How do we help grow this game to levels that we've never seen before? And it really starts with the youth program.
Now, you've been to a number of sporting events throughout your career. What's it like?
A lot with you, by the way, yeah.
What's it like to sit up there as a team owner now, knowing what you have at stake in a game like tonight? I'm sure that you are going to be pumped up just like the players are.
We're pumped. I mean, I'm still on cloud 9. A gift from the soccer gods to have these guys here. I mean, but then of course you get all the blame too, right? So it's but we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna keep it lively. We're gonna interact with fans, and I'm just so happy that people are both here and watching on TV.
Fantastic. Going to be a great experience for the fans here, and hopefully for you at home too. LA Galaxy taking on the Arizona United. Kyle, thanks so much. Enjoy the game.
Barry, great to see you again.
Kyle Ing, owner of the Arizona United, our guest. We'll check in with the head coach, Michael Della Russo. We'll chat about tonight's matchup against the LA Galaxy as the Arizona United pregame show rolls along here on Cox 7.
Hurt in a wreck? You need Lerner & Rowe on your side.
Huh?
Every day we work hard to assist people hurt in car wrecks get the medical attention they need, get their car fixed, and get them all the money they deserve from the stingy insurance companies while keeping them out of the courtroom.
Wow, I know who I'm calling.
Here's mine.
Thank you so much.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
For more than 40 years, our commitment to quality has remained unparalleled. At Portisubs, our master slicers slice your sandwich fresh to order every time. We use only the highest quality meats and cheeses, delicious fresh baked breads, and add all of your favorite healthy farm fresh veggies and savory shakers just the way you want them. The result is the best sandwich you have ever tasted, sliced fresh every time.
Make Portisubs your destination.
Out of everyone in the world, there's no one exactly like you. Or you, even you too. All unique. At Nationwide Vision, our team tailors your prescription that's perfect for your eyes and your style. No matter what it is. Right now at Nationwide Vision, we're offering 2 pair of eyeglasses for only $99. Call 1-800-EYECARE or visit nationwidevision.com.
The Arizona United pregame show is presented to you by Arrowhead Hospital. At Arrowhead Hospital, our patients matter most. Learn more about our award-winning services at arrowheadhospital.com. By Body Armor. Body Armor, the sports drink that hydrates the Arizona United. Super hydration loaded with electrolytes, coconut water, vitamins, and nothing artificial. Back at the Peoria Sports Complex, welcome back to the Arizona United pregame show. Barry Beutel now joined by the head coach of the United, Michael Delarusso. And here we are prior to a game against the LA Galaxy. It was just a matter of months ago that you were named the head coach of United. This has to be a whirlwind for you, Coach.
Oh, it certainly has been. Haven't really had much time to think about it. Hit the ground running right away, but it's been exciting.
How exciting it is tonight for not only you, this organization, and the players?
Oh, it's phenomenal. You know, like you said, we put the organization together just a few months ago, and to be able to host probably one of the most renowned MLS franchises is unbelievable.
Can you talk a little bit about how you came about as the head coach here and how that association with Kyle Lang and the United came about?
Yeah, I mean, they called me. They had a lot of faith and confidence in me right from the get-go, offered me the job over the phone. I had to fly my wife and I out here, and, you know, as soon as I got in Kyle's office and sat down with him and Kevin Stevenson, the decision was pretty easy from there.
And you've assembled a team with Kevin very quickly. Well, how do you feel about your team in this first season?
No, we feel good. You know, we brought in a lot of youngsters, guys that don't have much pro experience, but, you know, we also brought in some veteran guys that they can learn from. I'm a guy that still likes to teach, so I wanted to bring some guys in that I could help progress in their professional career.
And you're a possession type coach, right? I mean, it's hard to score when you've got the ball.
Yeah,
right?
100%. You know, and that's opened us up a little bit. You know, we've worked on organizing a little bit more, but, you know, I'm all about it, and our philosophy won't change.
Talk about a big win against Rochester, kind of put an end to a slide for you guys. Now you make a push towards the playoffs in the USL.
Yeah, definitely. You know, Rochester came in, they're a very good team, got a great result in LA a few days before us. We knew we were going to have to be good defensively, and we were. It was probably our most complete game of the year, and hopefully this can catapult us in league play.
Now you take on a LA Galaxy team, not LA Galaxy 2, the team that's in the USL. Here's a team that comes in, much renowned. How are you approaching this team, knowing you know the system, you know the personnel?
No, we, you know, days leading up, we didn't do anything different than we would any other opponent. You know, I want our guys in the right mind frame. I don't want them to treat this as another game, you know, so we went about things the same way. We mentally prepared them the same way. We scouted them just like we scout every other team, and our guys are excited.
Coach, how valuable is it to have some players with MLS experience?
Oh, it's definitely crucial. You know, they're not. They won't be surprised by these guys, the speed of play, anything along those lines. You know, we have a keeper that has MLS experience, a couple guys in the back line, and then through the midfield. So, you know, we're going to lean on them to at least control the game, control the emotions of the other players, and hopefully get a good result tonight.
Finally, are you going to attack them, or are you going to see how they come out against you?
We're going to play our game, and that's how we go about every single game, and we'll see how it goes from there.
Good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Arizona United SC plays LA Galaxy 2, Saturday, June 21st at the Peoria Sports Complex. United looks to continue its inaugural season as they host one of the league's best teams in LA Galaxy 2 on Saturday, June 21st at 7 p.m. Get your tickets today to support your Arizona United Soccer Club as they try to battle their way into the playoffs. Catch all the end-to-end action on their pitch at the Peoria Sports Complex with tickets starting at just $7. Arizona United versus the LA Galaxy 2, June 21st. Tickets on sale now at ArizonaUnited.com.
We'd all like to move up. So don't settle for a Camry or Accord. Move up to Hyundai Sonata. Move up to class-leading space. Raise your expectations of innovation and style. And move up to America's best warranty. 5 years longer than Honda or Toyota. 10 years peace of mind. And right now, you can get a Hyundai Sonata with 0% APR for 72 months or up to $2,500 in total savings. Now's the best time to move up to Hyundai at your Valley Hyundai dealers.
Welcome back to the Arizona United pregame show. La Furia Roja 1881 and doing their pregame parade to their seats here on the field as they'll make their way in, and you will hear them all night long. The United taking on the LA Galaxy. Welcome back, Barry Butel with you, Ken Tomash. Alan Hopkins standing by to bring you all the action just moments away. Well, there's a long history between the Phoenix teams and the LA teams. You know all of it, right? Well, the chant of Beat LA can be heard in all the local arenas and stadiums. And as Garrett cleverly tells us, Arizona United fans are ready to get on the Beat LA party wagon.
As any good Phoenix sports fan knows, one of the top goals of the hometown teams is to always, always beat LA. Doesn't matter the sport or the team, we all know that we want to beat LA teams every time. The Phoenix Suns want to beat the Lakers and the Clippers. The Coyotes want to beat the Kings. And the Diamondbacks have a huge dislike for the Dodgers, especially after they swam in our pool last year. And as the newest pro sports team in town, Arizona United SC and their fans want to beat LA. And we're going to start tonight. Beat LA, beat LA, beat LA.
Beat LA! 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 Beat LA!
Beat LA.
Beat LA! Woohoo! Beat LA! Beat LA! Beat LA! Beat
I think we're going to fit right in.
They are definitely going to fit right in. Beat LA, that is the motto here tonight as the LA Galaxy take on the Arizona United. Ken Tomash, Alan Hopkins will bring it all to you just moments away. The United and the Galaxy, fourth round action of the U.S. Cup coming up next.
For more than 40 years, our commitment to quality has remained unparalleled. At Portisubs, our master slicers slice your sandwich fresh to order every time. We use only the highest quality meats and cheeses, delicious fresh baked breads, and add all of your favorite healthy farm fresh veggies and savory shakers just the way you want them. The result is the best sandwich you have ever tasted, sliced fresh every time.
Make Portisubs your destination.
From the scene of yet another car wreck, we go live to Janet Green. Janet?
There are dozens of car wrecks every day in the Phoenix area. The problem is people often don't realize they've been hurt until a couple of days later. And without documentation, people won't get the money they deserve for their injuries. The solution? The Lerner and Rowe app. It allows you to completely document the wreck and even allows you to submit your case directly to Lerner and Rowe. It's free and it's a must-have.
Thanks, Janet. Lerner and Rowe truly is the way to go.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
The very second you open your eyes, your world comes into focus. And there's so much to see. At Nationwide Vision, we're passionate about helping you see your world in absolute clarity. From LASIK, implantable contact lenses, and more. So the next time you open your eyes, you'll see your world in a whole new light. Right now, get $500 off implantable contact lenses. Call 1-800-EYECARE or visit nationwidevision.com to schedule your appointment today. Nationwide Vision.
Welcome to the nation's oldest soccer tournament, and in the final match of the fourth round of the 101st Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup, Arizona United Soccer Club hosts the LA Galaxy on an historic night for the beautiful game in the Grand Canyon State. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Peoria Sports Complex in Peoria, Arizona. I'm Ken Tomash. He's Alan Hopkins. You know, the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup is our national championship for club soccer in this country. It is open to clubs big and small, young and old. And tonight, the upstart Arizona United Club that didn't even exist 100 days ago takes on the glamorous team from Hollywood, the LA Galaxy. No Donovan, no Keane tonight, Alan, but this is quite a daunting task nonetheless for these Arizona United players.
It really is, and for these players tonight, it'll feel like they're playing in a World Cup. Their dreams will come true as they get a chance to test where they're at as players against the best team in MLS.
Here is how Arizona United got to this fourth round of this year's tournament. LA obviously enters the tournament here, but Arizona United, 2 big wins already.
And they're really primed and ready to hit the ground running because they've played. The Galaxy haven't played yet, and 2 one-goal victories. You know that this team, Arizona United, are ready to go the distance if necessary.
Having beaten Portland U23s of the PDL 3-2 with 3 late goals, and then in overtime beating Oklahoma City Energy. No Keane, no Donovan, but still a very tough LA Galaxy team led by center back and captain tonight, A.J. De La Garza.
A.J. De La Garza, when you talk to coaches in Major League Soccer, they say he's the #1 most versatile player in all the league. Why? He can play in the middle or out wide in the back. He can even push in the midfield. Bottom line, he's a player that Bruce Arena relies on, whether they're playing in MLS or here in this tournament, which they've won before.
In a tournament like this where anything can happen, defense is always key. A very young back line for Arizona United, including the young Mr. Woodbury, London Woodbury at center back.
He's going to be tested tonight. He's making the conversion from being a player who scores goals to being someone who stops them. We'll see how steep his learning curve tonight against probably the most talented group of attackers he's played since he started playing in the back.
It should be fun. The Open Cup is always fun, and we're glad to bring it to you. We'll have first 11s and the kickoff after this. Stay with us. You're watching Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup Soccer on Cox 7 Sports.
For more than 40 years, our commitment to quality has remained unparalleled. At Portisubs, our master slicers slice your sandwich fresh to order every time. We use only the highest quality meats and cheeses, delicious fresh baked breads, and add all of your favorite healthy farm fresh veggies and savory shakers just the way you want them. The result is the best sandwich you have ever tasted, sliced fresh every time.
Make Portisubs your destination.
Oh, man.
Hurt in a wreck? You need Lerner & Rowe on your side.
Huh?
Every day we work hard to assist people hurt in car wrecks to get the medical attention they need, get their car fixed, and get them all the money they deserve from the stingy insurance companies while keeping them out of the courtroom.
Wow, I know who I'm calling.
Here's mine.
Thank you so much.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Eyes. We all have them. You, even you. All unique. Just like you. At Nationwide Vision, we understand this. So when it comes to eyewear, contact lenses, eye exams, LASIK, ICL, and cataract procedures, our expert team of doctors will make sure the care you receive is perfect, just for you. Call 1-800-EYECARE or go to nationwidevision.com to find a location near you. Nationwide Vision.
U.S. Open Cup and Arizona United SC Soccer on Cox 7 is presented to you by Nationwide Vision. Break the cycle of discomfort with your contact lenses, taking care of Arizona eyes for more than 3 decades. By Port of Subs, sliced fresh sandwiches and made to order for over 40 years. Enjoy the great taste. Lerner and Rowe. Make one call. They'll get you all the money you deserve from the stingy insurance companies. Call them today at 977-1900. And by Hyundai. Hyundai, new thinking, new possibilities. We are at the Peoria Sports Complex in suburban Phoenix. And La Furia Roja, the supporters club for Arizona United, is out in force. Let's look quickly at our first 11s, which are brought to you by Nationwide Vision. We'll take a look first at Los Angeles' first 11. 7 of Bruce Arena's first 11 started their most recent league match, Alan.
Yeah, and plenty of regulars, even though you don't have Donovan and Keene. Juninho, the number 19, he's one of the best players in MLS. He will be someone that will dictate this match. The key for Arizona will be how much they stop him.
Michael Del Russo's first 11, more or less a 4-3-3. The captain, Matt Castle, number 8, is the attacking midfielder here.
And there'll be other players that we'll point to over the course of the 90 minutes, especially here early on. But Evan Newton had a big time save that helped him get to this game. He's going to have to, as Ken just told me off air, stay on his head if this team is going to provide an upset, which there have been plenty of already in the 2014 U.S. Open Cup tournament.
There is Evan Newton. Your starting lineups are brought to you by Nationwide Vision with over 65 locations around Arizona. Comprehensive eye care is always close by. Visit your nearest Nationwide Vision for everything from eye exams, designer frames, sunglasses, and refractive solutions like LASIK. Schedule your appointment at 800-EYE-CARE or nationwidevision.com. We are underway. 95 degrees at kickoff, and Arizona United in the white. They're brand new white strips that they have debuted here this evening. And LA Galaxy moving from right to left in the first half, decked out in all blue. An initial test early for Arizona's back line, and they immediately collapse there. And now played out wide here to Robbie Rogers, who's making his second straight start at left back because of the injury, the abdominal injury to Todd Donovan.
Donovan expected back sometime later this summer, but of the 11 players tonight for Bruce Arena in the 11, 9 have started an MLS match. So again, plenty of experience on hand for LA.
Robbie Rogers will take this throw in deep in Arizona territory as he pushes up. We have a couple of brothers here, actually. Alejandro Mariscal is our referee tonight. He's younger twin brothers, Polo and Eduardo, also refs, and their sister Felicia is a ref as well. They could have assigned all 4 of them to this match. We've got 2 of them here, and we'll see how the Mariscal family and Fabio Tovar, Remy Touchen do tonight here on a clear, very warm, very dry evening in the Arizona desert.
But a break if you're the LA Galaxy, considering where they train and most of the players live in the South Bay of Southern California, Manhattan Beach, Hermosa Beach, Redondo Beach. Beach weather, temperatures, one of the issues they thought early on would be the heat. Clearly a let-off for them, not nearly as hot as they anticipated.
In that third round, even though Oklahoma City is from Oklahoma where it gets quite hot, we're having to work overtime. Both of the teams in that third round match were knackered by the time overtime was over. That one is dropped, knocked out of play off the LA Galaxy. And it's that young man, Jesse Zardes, is going to be a man to watch this evening for LA up front. This portion of the match brought to you by Lerner & Rowe Injury Attorneys. Hurt in a wreck and need a check? Make one call, that's all, to Lerner & Rowe Injury Attorneys. They'll get you all the money you deserve from the stingy insurance companies. Call them today at 977-1900. You will see Arizona United try to work things, obviously, through the midfield. Here's Tyler Ruthven, who's got some MLS experience. He'll play this on to the right wing here on the touchline to Whitner St. Cyr, the very young Haitian player who will drop this one. It'll be cleared away by the Galaxy. Throw in for Arizona United in their attacking half for LA.
As I always say, it doesn't take a whole day to recognize sunshine, and clearly Arizona United comfortable on the ball. They want to keep the ball on the ground, and that was the one thing that Coach Michael Del Russo told us when we spoke this week to him, that they were going to come out and do what they do. They weren't going to change, and so far, so good.
Tyler Ruthven with a long throw into the box, headed up high, and that will be behind for a corner. First one of the match for either side.
Narrow confines here. That was something that was on the minds of the LA Galaxy. And the long throw, because of the narrow pitch here, a factor. And that was one heck of a heave into the box, and they get a corner out of it. Set pieces and great goalkeeping, always some of the ingredients when you're trying to pull off an upset.
Here is the captain, Matt Castle, and the near side flag sends a low one in. It is headed again over the end line, and that'll be a goal kick for Jaime Pinedo. You mentioned the field dimensions. Obviously, we're playing on a baseball field. This is the spring training home of the Seattle Mariners and the San Diego Padres. They have squeezed the field into here. It's about 110 by about 71. And so a bit of consternation on the part of the LA Galaxy, but both teams have to play on it tonight. We'll see how that plays out tonight under these conditions.
Well, for Major League Soccer fans, just think of Spartan Stadium back in the day, where San Jose played. Very narrow over the years, so very
Galaxy's
similar.
Used to a very wide, very long field at the Home Depot Center.
They play on the biggest field in the league, nearly 120 by 80.
Now it's LA in the attack. They will run things through Juninho and through Stefan Ishizaki. This is Ishizaki on the far side, and he is dispossessed there by Daniel Antunes. And he'll start the attack for Arizona United. That'll be headed back for LA. And now it's Rogers again, making only his second start. They're trying to find a place for Robbie Rogers to play. He's been deputized here, as we say, with the abdominal injury to Todd Donovan. So we'll see how Robbie Rogers plays tonight.
And he was slowed by injury himself to start the season. And when you have a talented and deep roster, it takes a while sometimes to get back to the surface. And Rogers putting himself in position that if he gets his form together, that he can be an impact player in the second half of the season for LA.
Here's Tommy Meyer playing that one back. Meyer, a product of Indiana University and that outstanding program in Bloomington. Well, that one's going to leave a mark. As Pinedo's attempted clearance.
Well, the one knock on Pinedo is his distribution. Took a beat too long there, and I would immediately looked at the bench reaction, and Dave Sarakin, the associate head coach, sitting next to Bruce Arena, they both had that look of uh-oh, and they got off the hook that time. That didn't take a friendly Arizona carom into the goal.
Went off Bradley Baladez, and now that one is headed up by Widner St. Cyr. St. Cyr backs up to his place on the back line, playing right back tonight, though we will see him get forward. Average age of this first 11 for Arizona United, we talked about them being a young club. The average age of the 11 starters is just over 24 years. Sent into the box and headed wide of the goal by Jassy Zardes.
Oh, to be 24 again. And this Arizona team built on the fly. You talk about going 0 to 60 in a matter of seconds. As you look at Jassy Zardes, who's coming off the bench this year, had a great rookie campaign and is finding his way this season. He's a local product for the LA Galaxy. Played at Cal State Bakersfield, which goes to show you if you can play, they will find you. Cal State Bakersfield, not exactly a household name when it comes to big-time Division I soccer.
This portion of the match brought to you by Nationwide Vision. Break the cycle of discomfort with your contact lenses. Nationwide Vision now carries the new Bausch & Lomb Ultra contact lenses and Moisture Seal technology from Bausch & Lomb. Upgrade your contacts with the latest in contact lens innovation. Bausch & Lomb Ultra contact lenses. Now at Nationwide Vision, you can save $60 on an annual supply after manufacturer's mail-in rebate. Call 1-800-EYE-CARE. Visit nationwidevision.com to see if Bausch & Lomb Ultra contact lenses with Moisture Seal technology are right for you. You'll want to be able to see this match in all of its glory as Dan Gargan takes the throw in for LA on the far side. As you look at Michael Del Russo, we mentioned just 30 years old. A lot of guys are still playing at 30. In fact, they're just entering their prime at 30. But he told us the other day, Alan, he's doing exactly what he wants to do, be a head coach. And when guys like Evan Newton come through and make plays like that, makes your decision look all that much better.
Well, this run and getting a chance to prepare and break down film is only going to help his own professional development. Good early start by the back line of Arizona. Woodbury's been very comfortable. Evan sure-handed off to a good start.
At what point do the Butterflies go away in this match, Alan, as we're now into the 8th minute?
I think they're gone already. Now you're just playing and you're just trying to make the right play, but certainly in the warm-up, in the build-up today, those are some of the things that you're thinking about. And we said in the pregame, this is such a huge opportunity. It feels like a World Cup group game for Arizona United. You know they've hydrated, they've fueled for performance, gotten their rest. They want to make sure that everything is right so they can give themselves the best chance to pull off a huge upset, especially when you consider 97 days ago is when this organization began, and it's a story that's been undertold, and they're getting a chance to tell it because of their progression in this tournament.
Pineda's distribution came all the way back to him, and LA has to chase it back there. We've got a foul call. It'll be a free kick chance for Arizona United. It's going to be just outside the box. Take a look at this. Now they're actually going to give it to LA. Valadez went down, may have been offside.
Offside, I think, is the right call. The flag came up, and the assistant referee on the near side, once he goes in the corner, we actually lose him in terms of our sideline here.
He's like a right fielder making a catch against the wall down there in that corner. Here is St. Cyr, though, being shadowed there by Zardes and actually pushed back into Arizona territory right there along the touchline, and Zardes strips him the ball. St. Cyr gets it right back.
Great patience. You don't want to be rushed and pressured into making a mistake. And this is a good start for Arizona. You want to take this game in chunks. Usually coaches break it down in 15-minute, quarter-hour segments, but a solid start in the first 15 minutes. And I thought both players did a great job here of just staying on their feet. And neither one committed a silly foul to let the other off the hook.
Kadeem Dakers goes down there, and this will be a free kick for Arizona. And here's where, maybe not on this particular point of the field, but Scott Morrison, his big left foot, the Scotsman takes a lot of their dead ball situations, and if you're a team that is struggling to finish in the final third, Alan, sometimes these free kick opportunities can be crucial.
And they've been creating chances, Arizona United. Finishing them has been a different story, so let's see here if they have their finishing boots on tonight.
Maybe just inside 40 yards from goal. Morrison's left-footed curler is right into the gut of Jaime Pineda.
And because it was a left-footed curling ball, that diagonal run had to be much sharper.
Now here is LA on the attack. Another foray into the territory of Arizona United, and Chandler Hoffman has won a corner for LA, their first of the night. This young man leads LA Galaxy 2 with 8 goals on the USL Pro season. Hasn't got much of a chance at the big club level. He's going to get that chance tonight for Bruce Arena.
He has developed as much as any player on the LA Galaxy roster over the course of the year. A big reason why is opportunities to play 90 minutes every week for LA Galaxy 2.
Stefan Ishizaki, Swedish player, as you might have guessed by the name, on the far side flag. With the first corner for LA, flying in comes attackers, and it's cleared away by the Arizona United defense. Battle for it in midfield here. Header won by LA. That one's taken away from Rob Friend, who got his first touch, now his second. Now here comes LA again, trying to work it up that right-hand side. This one will bounce through, and Newton covers it up just as Zardes comes crashing in on it.
And I love what St. Cyr did. No ball watching, tracking Yassi Zardes the entire way. And again, Newton clean with everything early, so clearly he's locked in.
Newton was with San Jose Earthquakes reserve squad a year ago. They were fortunate to find him. If you're going to build a team from scratch, you can do a lot worse than getting strong at the back and up the middle. A good goalkeeper is the start of that. Here's Pineda with an awkward distribution that is a theme we expected to see and may see played out more, but it may work out well for LA because here they come, flying into the box, and that one bounced just past Hoffman. But LA controls, now left-footed into the box and headed away there by London Woodbury.
Like the start from Woodbury. His positional sense has been spot on. He's been decisive and clear-minded in what he wanted to do. And he shouldn't be skipping any meals anytime soon, that's for sure. As we look at the highlight replay, I should say, and Rogers so fast, covers ground, and his cross a bit heavy. But again, great tracking and team commitment by the men in white thus far.
It's headed off the back line for LA. held in now by Arizona, but only for a moment as Baggio Husidic strips that one away. Now again, they'll work the right side to Hoffman. Morrison now will left with that one.
Good ball.
To LA territory. And they do get the handball call. This portion of the match brought to you by Port of Subs. Customers have enjoyed the great taste of Port of Subs sandwiches for over 40 years. Locations throughout the greater Phoenix area. You can enjoy them too. All Port of Subs sandwiches are sliced fresh and made to order, so please consider Port of Subs for your next meal. To learn more, visit portofsubs.com. Speaking of subs, Alan, the Galaxy have a little bit of a thin bench tonight. They've only got 17 players, and one of those is the backup goalkeeper, Brian Rowe. So Bruce Arena doesn't have a lot of options if this game goes overtime or if he wants to make some changes.
No, it's an excellent point because it's really that time of year. MLS clubs just finishing their break.
There you see that bench.
And you have to also keep in mind they have a LA Galaxy 2 team that's knee-deep in their season, so it's not so easy just to pull players here and there. So it's really going to be incumbent on the starting 11 to get the job done for Bruce Arena tonight.
And we mentioned Landon Donovan left out of the World Cup squad and his commitments to ESPN. In fact, he's getting a little break here. Roy Keane was given a break as well. He played in a couple of friendlies right before the World Cup for his native Ireland. He's expected back with the Galaxy tomorrow, but he is not here tonight. So you may not recognize all of these names, but this is an opportunity for them to make names for themselves because heroes come alive in the Lamar Hunt US Open Cup every year. Here's Robbie Rogers now. He'll take this throw from way deep in his own end. Here's a good chance if Arizona can have some tight marking defense to maybe nick this one and start an attack.
Great point. All 21 players except for Newton in the Galaxy have. That shows me that Arizona's confident that they can actually press the Galaxy. The key will be on-ball pressure when they lose possession because the Galaxy have so many talented players in midfield who can unlock the defense just like that. So it'll be key for them when they lose possession that they make a good decision.
The twin number 6s battling there. It's Paulo Del Piccolo and Baggio Husidic, which Del Russo calls Del Piccolo really a very key player in their midfield. It kind of holds everything together there for them.
No doubt the glue, if you will, for this Arizona United team, and he has a great opportunity tonight to show what he can do at this level or against this level of competition against a very talented midfield. Ishizaki and Juninho, they've been starters in midfield along with Husidic as well, so this isn't really a second choice midfield on display tonight for the Galaxy.
Not at all, though Joey Dillon, who would normally be in central midfield for Arizona United, picked up a red card in that third round match against Oklahoma City, so he's not available tonight. They have a couple of other guys who are cup tied to MLS squads who are not available tonight either. So it's whoever you can throw out there are the guys who are going to get it done tonight. Here is Rogers again on overlap. That one will bounce into the box and it will be cleared away by Widner St. Cyr. And that one's headed out off a Galaxy player. And so it'll be an Arizona throw-in.
The backline players for Arizona United look the part already, Ken. Strong, the clearances have been decisive, they've been deep. Really good start, and when they've had possession like now, they've been good with it. Everyone on the same page, no one really rushed, and I think they have to be very excited about the first quarter hour plus tonight. Good ball.
Now here's Arizona on the attack. Here's Scott Morrison. Far side touchline, sent in and Pinedo grabs it. Arizona United season seats are the greatest way to experience Arizona United professional soccer. Arizona United's now taking 2015 season seat deposits. Join Arizona United today with a $25 per seat non-refundable deposit for the 2015 season. Put down your deposit today to get on the 2015 priority seating list, calling Arizona United at 623-594-9606. You'll get an up-close seat to watch games just like this one and all the action in USL Pro. And here comes Arizona on the attack, working it through Del Piccolo.
Nice. And this is where they have to be careful in transition, Ken.
Zardes now plays it back. There's Rogers again, getting a lot of action on this left-hand side. Into space. Zardes will run on it before it runs out. Sent into the box. And United will clear. And St. Cyr lost track of that one.
Miscommunication that time. I thought the ball was a bit too heavy. Cover Antunes, who hasn't really gotten into the flow yet.
Now here's LA. Friend, Canadian, big Canadian forward. They'll look for him again. The shot by Ishizaki and the save by Newton. You always want as a keeper to get that first one. It makes you feel like you're alive and in the game.
And to break it down further, what a great parry all the way out of the danger. Sometimes, and we've seen it quite a bit in this World Cup finals already, goalkeepers making saves in the path of other runs. But this time, it's all the way out for a corner, and he does a great job of allowing his defense in front of him to regather, reorganize, and reset.
Ishizaki from the near side flag. Curling ball punched away by Newton. But it'll be held in here by Baggio Husidic. Husidic on the near side touchline, trying to get into that corner, being harassed there by Benji Flores, who's just 19 years old. Keep an eye on number 15, who just touched the ball there. Very highly thought of young man by Real Salt Lake, making just his second start of the season.
And Benji's been a U.S. Youth National Team player, and Real Salt Lake regarded as one of the best academies at Casa Grande here in Arizona. And the first real contentious moment of the match right here, King.
Looks like Bradley Baladez is going to get a free kick and potentially an Oscar nomination as well for that one.
Robbie Rogers is pleading his case.
And Robbie Rogers will go in the book. First caution of the evening. And it comes in the 20th minute. So Rogers will get a yellow for that foul tackle.
Rogers, an LA Orange County kid, all grown up now, and
remember that yellow card. That yellow card brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. If you're hurt in a wreck and need a check, make one call. That's all to Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. Call 977-1900.
Hard to believe, but back in August of 2011 in Philadelphia, Robbie Rogers scored the very first goal in the Jurgen Klinsmann era in that tie with Mexico.
Now Arizona will reset. Back to the goalkeeper, Evan Newton. Flicked on there by young Benji Flores. And now Flores strips this one away. Edge of the box. Left footer cleared away by A.J. De La Garza. You're going to hear his name a lot tonight. You already have if you watched our pregame show.
A.J., so valuable. He's been in so many situations. He is really comfortable playing in the middle or out wide. He just wants to play his 90 minutes and spot on positioning as he gets it away.
From Bryan's Road, Maryland. Boy, that Delmarva area just chock full of talented players. I told you in the pregame show about that 2005 Maryland Terrapin squad that Michael De La Russo and A.J. De La Garza were the center backs for in the championship final. It's amazing to me, Alan, that they even lost a game at all. They went 19-4-2. We've got several Terrapins from a more recent vintage starting in this match for both teams. Besides Rogers, there's St. Cyr and London Woodbury and Matt Castle for Arizona United. A.J. De La Garza, Robbie Rogers are the Terrapins starting for L.A.
Look at the stagger Woodbury made up.
Let's go down to our man in touch, Barry Butel.
Thanks, guys. Before the yellow card was given, Coach De La Russo was all over the official on the sideline, saying that if Rogers got away with that, he'd be doing it all night long. So he was definitely pleased, along with the rest of the bench, to see the yellow card presented. Guys?
See Coach sticking up for his players. Third corner of the night, sent into the box, still not out of danger, finally headed up. LA is going to try to hold it in here. Husidic got a boot to it. And here comes United on the attack. Kadeem Dakers. Edge of the box now, laid to Morrison. Morrison, a left foot one across. He'd like to have that one back. Didn't have quite as much pace on it as he would have liked. Header in the box though, and it'll be cleared away. Now it's Friend. And Woodbury tried to keep it in play and couldn't. He'll go out for a throw for the Galaxy on the far side in the 23rd minute.
But he was in the passing lane and he stops that attack, and he's shown all the tools really. And you know, sometimes that's what needs to be taken to get to the next level in your career, is a change of position. I go back to a Galaxy favorite, Chris Albright, who was an attacker for his years at DC United, moved the back line and basically squeezed another 10 years out of his career. And plenty of players have done it. Alexi Lalas was a former forward as well. So maybe Woodbury and De La Rosa have really picked up on something.
Now this foul back in the Galaxy end that Mr. Kadeem Dakers will just get a brief talking to. Remember, Hyundai is a proud sponsor of your Arizona United Soccer Club. Visit buyhyundai.com today to find a dealer near you. Here's Rogers again on the left side. He'll send this one into the box. It'll be cleared away by Woodbury.
Second ball's beginning to favor LA. And you don't want that to be a reason why you can't keep possession.
Nice spin move by Ishizaki. Left footer sent forward, and LA has scored.
Offside.
Ah, it is offside. And they knew it. You see no protest from Friend. So Arizona United dodges a bullet there in the 24th minute. Take a look.
That did look awkward. I wasn't sure if Friend got the last touch. Let's see here on the replay. Great work by Ishizaki.
Ooh.
St. Cyr there. Yep, appears to be from that angle like he was offside, very close.
I think he was off when the ball was played to him. Now whether he did get a toe to it or not.
Friend is a huge target player. And a good foil when Keane is in the 11.
Try again. Here's Yassi Zardes. Zardes, another left footer. And that one will be behind for a corner, but it could have been much worse.
And this is the weathering the storm, that Arizona knew was going to be a theme, and it's going to come in waves, and their job is to stay patient, know that the waves are pounding, and just persevere and get through it. But halfway through the first half, they've done a good job of keeping LA out of the goal.
Ishizaki with a corner from the far side flag in the 25th minute. And we've got a foul in the box. Lots of stuff goes on in that box on this corner because people don't even know.
It's funny because we've been watching the World Cup finals and the referee will blow the whistle, and it's almost like something's happening in the dark and someone flips on the light and they all stop.
Right.
And then they turn the light back off and everyone continues on again, because you literally could call a foul on just about every corner kick. It's just a matter of how much contact you're really willing to let go before you feel like someone's being truly impeded from a scoring chance.
Well, Alex Mariscal has already made it clear that he's in charge of this match tonight. Dan Gargan tracks that one all the way back. 110 yards, we believe, from the goal his team is shooting at. That one's put into touch on the far side by Arizona United for another throw in for the Galaxy in front of their bench. And Friend grabs a quick water bottle from one of LA's 14 assistant coaches, and we're back at it.
Well, there is no organization in professional soccer in this country that has the depth of infrastructure like the Galaxy.
In fact, Kurt Adolfo will be back here on Saturday as LA Galaxy 2 takes on Arizona United in the USL Pro match. So we'll see a lot of these same faces, plus some other younger guys. And it won't be long before LA Galaxy 1 is back in the MLS wars when the group stage ends for the World Cup. We'll be talking World Cup a little bit later on tonight. There will be a new champion as the reign of Spain is over. They lost again today.
What a run, though. Oh. What a run. Oh. 3 major tournaments, and you saw the cracks at the Olympics in 2012 in London, and they could not be plugged, and it's safe to say that it was a joy to watch while it lasted, but show must go on.
Indeed. And you're watching the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup here on Cox 7 Sports. And for the latest Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup results and information, visit ussoccer.com.
And there will be a new champion in this competition,
well.
DC United, who won last year despite having a dismal campaign in MLS. They lost, and several other teams have bowed out, including Real Salt Lake, who've been perennial Open Cup team in the business end of the competition as well. So non-MLS teams have had, I'm sure, buoyed by sort of the atmosphere so far in this tournament.
And that one will be over the end line, and it'll be a goal kick for Evan Newton. Body Armor, this portion of the match, brought to you by Body Armor, the sports drink that hydrates Arizona United. Superior hydration loaded with electrolytes, coconut water, vitamins, and nothing artificial. And we'll have Open Cup scores for you tonight. We knew one final already. Saw an MLS team beat the USL Pro side. We'll bring you those. There are games going on tonight. This is the last one of the evening, or it might be. They had a weather delay in Chicago. Wouldn't be the Open Cup without a weather delay. So that game may actually take a little bit longer than this one does, as Alex Mariscal whistles a foul and gives Arizona United, appears to be another free kick. This may be another opportunity for Mr. Morrison.
It also allows your team to take a breath and to breathe individually and collectively, but you got to get in at some point.
There's Del Piccolo who actually took that one. And now London Woodbury, who's come all the way across. Great ball through. So a forward who becomes a defender, he's used to finishing the attack. Now sometimes he is starting the attack. From his mindset, how does it change for him?
Well, you would like to think, very much like if you're a former wide receiver and you get to play DB, Richard Sherman's done that for the Seattle Seahawks, that you will know what the other guy's thinking, and that has to play into it. And that was a very attacking-like outside of the football he played. In the end, they get a corner, another set-piece opportunity.
The left foot of Morrison into the box, headed over the bar. Bradley Valadez, that was a good ball in that went off the noggin of Bradley Valadez, but over the bar.
And it made Pinedo stay at home, more importantly. 1 out of every 3 goals scored in a World Cup's a set-piece goal. And
including, thankfully for the United States, the winner against Ghana.
And even if you think about the first goal, that came in off a throw-in.
Right.
That sequence started off a DeMarcus Beasley throw-in. So the attention to detail and the separation you can gain on offensive and defensive set pieces is always something in every level that can be really, really taken to another level.
Dan Gargan made a strong challenge there, but United keeps the ball. And now another nice tackle by Gargan, gives up a deep throw, but it could have been worse.
And they survived, they being Arizona, that wave right there, about 10 minutes. Now they've evened out the match some, and they'll take a long throw in here, opportunity to create some more havoc in the Galaxy box.
As we've reached the half-hour mark, and if you're scoreless with the MLS team at this point, as young as you are, you're thinking, okay, this is good right now.
Have to feel very good about what they've done. Now can they finish the job here in half number 1?
Long high throw in into the box. It'll bounce inside the 6. And Gargan will just let that go. That's a veteran of 11 seasons, former Georgetown guy.
Pinedo got caught in traffic.
As you see Benji Flores there trot back. Youth will be served tonight. And Pinedo,
he was nowhere to be found there on the replay, and he was hoping for a foul. Would actually and should be at the World Cup with Panama in Brazil. Panama lost 9 points, Ken, from winning position the last 10 minutes of qualifying games, and that is why they didn't get a chance to progress to the World Cup this summer.
Here's Gargan now, being chased back across center stripe. Juninho, the captain, one of a number of Brazilians that Bruce Arena has on his roster. They're no doubt keeping one eye on the homeland and all the goings-on down there while they have to tend to business here in the States. Ruthven gets ahead to that one. Chested down by Juninho in the center circle. Played forward, nice ball, but a little bit too far for Hoffman, who was running onto that one.
Well, back in the day, the late, great Doug Hamilton, really one of the Mount Rushmore executives of Major League Soccer, started that partnership with Sao Paulo Football Club. Juninho, many ripples later, I should say, is a byproduct of that relationship. Paulo Nagamura, who won an MLS Cup with Sporting KC last year, part of that as well from his Galaxy days. So the national team training at Sao Paulo Football Club, so I'm sure Juninho very much connected to what's going on this summer down in his home country.
Mr. Sinic played that one in, and it's going to be a foul as Zardes goes down. It's too far out for this to be really, truly dangerous, probably, but it'll give Del Piccolo and his mates in white a chance to take just a quick breath. We're in the 33rd minute of a scoreless 4th round Lamar Hunt US Open Cup tie between Los Angeles Galaxy and Arizona United Soccer Club. Ken Tomash, Alan Hopkins, Barry Butel with you. Oh, it looked like Ishizaki was going to wind up and fire one there. Zardes might with the left foot. He doesn't. It's just past the far post.
Zardes thought for a second about going down, realized he could stay on his feet, created the chance, There was contact, and he wrote that challenge right at the top of the box and just scuffed his shot. Newton pinched toward the near post, saw it was going wide, wasn't worried.
Later in the match, if it's still scoreless, you probably go down. Here you say, I'd much rather take a chance and maybe score a goal than go down on contact. But that might be a little different story if we get into the later stage of this match and it's still a tie game.
Well, keep in mind, for players like Rogers, Zardes, Friend, Hoffman, you're trying to prove to Bruce Arena you want to be playing on MLS match days as much as you want to be playing in important matches like this. And this is a great opportunity to do that.
Here's Morrison knocking that one over the far side off the boot of Ishizaki. You see Bruce Arena, who famously did not travel to their Open Cup match last year in Carolina against the Railhawks, and that's the club that the winner of this match will play next week. So he may have to go there. Arizona United hopes that he'll be back in LA. Friend tried to get ahead on that one, but in fact he was cleared away by Antunes for Arizona United into the center circle. Eludes Robbie Rogers there. Here comes Antunes. He's already been an Open Cup hero for this Arizona United club already. Benji Flores is muscled off the ball, hustles back and tries to win it away. Yassi Zardes has it now, and Juninho in the center circle. Plays it forward. Here's Ishizaki. Stefan Ishizaki slots a nice ball on the right wing. This will be left-footed into the box. Zardes is there, and it's just over his head and out of play for a goal kick.
Well, Zardes is starting to dominate, Ken. He's picking up the ball really where he wants, mostly on the left-hand side of their attack. And that ball from Dan Gargan, who has a handful of assists already in MLS competition, and just overhit that one. What a find for Gargan. Remember, he was really buried down the depth chart. We mentioned the injury to Todd Dunament, but before that, James Riley went down as well. De La Garza's had to move inside and out, and the benefactor of that opportunity has been Gargan, who came over from Philadelphia. As Ken mentioned, a Georgetown Hoya, and he's fit in very nicely now, just playing every match, regardless of competition for the Galaxy.
And again, the Galaxy may be prioritizing the Open Cup a bit more this year than in prior years, though they have won it twice and been runners-up on 2 other occasions, because they're out of the CONCACAF Champions League. They have not yet qualified for next year's competition. The MLS playoffs are way far away, so here's an opportunity. If it's a competitive match, a guy like Dan Gargan, a longtime pro, knows what it means to play in a competitive match when you have a chance to win silverware.
And the easiest way into CONCACAF Champions League is winning the U.S. Open Cup, because
not that it's easy,
but it's literally like 5 matches,
right,
as compared to winning an MLS Cup or winning the Supporters Shield. Very difficult to do, because it's easy to be good over 5 as opposed to 5+ months.
Here's Antunes. Looked like he was trying to get it to his left peg. Gets it onto the left wing. Edge of the box. Set in and knocked home. United has scored and taken the lead in the 34th minute. And Pinedo's looking for a flag, isn't he?
He is, but at the end of the day, he just has to get the ball out of the back of his net, which he's already done. What a great little sequence here. Ball fired in.
Just a touch by Matt Castle, the captain.
Juninho was the mark. Look at it here at the top of the screen. De La Garza pointing, and no one is there. From that vantage point, we can't see if he's offside or not. But at the end of the day, what an easy chance on a ball just whipped in, and right there, great look, great work. Clearly onside right there. And the man wearing the captain's armband comes up huge to give Arizona the shock lead.
And one of those Maryland Terrapins that we talked about, Matt Castle. Played with the Philadelphia Union last year, the Pittsburgh Riverhounds before that, and New York Red Bull before that. And in the 37th minute, 37th minute, United, which has only scored 9 goals in the league, now they've scored 6 goals in 2.5 Open Cup matches. They're a team possessed in the Open Cup, and they lead the Galaxy. And Mike Del Russo looks like, just another day. This is exactly how we drove it up.
He knows the best way to remain calm is to keep your seatbelt on in a seated position, because right now, I'd love to see his heart rate monitor, because it is racing his team right now is executing their game plan. We talked to him about it on the phone in our conference call, and it was very much like, we're going to do what we do, and we're going to try to come up with a game plan that'll work. And so far, so good. And for a team that is not finishing chances, they haven't had many looks. They did good there. And they've worked on training, simple finishing. Seeing the ball hit the back of the net was something the coaching staff wanted to do, and we saw them working on it during the warm-ups early on, an hour and a half before kickoff. Simple finishing, nothing difficult. 6, 12, 18 yards out just to get into a flow. And right now, the key for Arizona is to maintain this lead heading into the locker room.
Castle, 24 years old, that's his first goal of the season in all competitions, and it could not have come at a better time. As now, the Galaxy now have gone a total of 180 minutes in Open Cup play, dating back a couple of years, without scoring a goal in this competition. In fact, they've just crossed 180 minutes now. In fact, their last goal, who do you think scored the last Galaxy goal? He's here tonight, put it that way. This is just a trivia question for you to stew on.
Okay, I will let me stew on it because I could just throw out a guess right now.
He's in the building.
Okay.
Oh, and here's going to be a free kick here as Alex Mariscal sees Baggio Husidic go down, and a chance now for perhaps for LA to break that scoreless streak. Husidic from Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Product of UIC, Illinois Chicago, and played for the Chicago Fire, went to Europe and is now back, and started off slowly but finds himself a first choice player for Bruce Arena now.
So Stefan Ishizaki is over this. He's got 3 assists on the season, and as we approach the 41st minute, it's a good chance here from a weird angle, but Ishizaki will put his right foot to it, and Newton has it right there a couple yards off his goal line. Now he's energized. The whole team is energized because they've got the lead. As you take a look at the foul here, as Husidic goes down and set up a free kick, but Newton had it covered.
And clearly the Galaxy, as you look at the free kick whipped into a well-positioned Newton, it's all about the left side of their attack. Zardes is pinched over on this side, Robbie Rogers as well. That puts the onus on St. Cyr to really be an intelligent player tonight and not concede free kicks like he's been doing so far.
Historic night for soccer in Arizona, as Arizona United is the first team ever from the Grand Canyon State to make it this far in the competition, and here they are leading the LA Galaxy 1-0 as we approach halftime.
Great tackle.
St. Cyr wins that one. Antunes steps away from the referee. Now good one-touch passing here by Arizona United. Here's Winder St. Cyr. Thinks better of playing the long ball, instead goes to Flores on the right wing.
He's from the Danny Alves school of right back play. I'm a better defender when I have the ball at my feet. Here he is now.
Now St. Cyr on the near side touchline. Gave that one away to the Galaxy. United will pressure and get it back and reset as they send it back to Evan Newton. Keep up with all Lamar Hunt US Open Cup updates on Twitter at US Soccer. That's at US Soccer. There's lots of games going on tonight. We will have those scores for you coming up a little bit later on. Here, the score is a shocker for folks who are watching online or paying attention on Twitter. Wait, what? Arizona United? Who are they? They're leading the Galaxy 1-0 as we approach halftime. Here's Winder St. Cyr. Tried to play that one up to Flores. Now he has to hustle to try to get it back. Now flick back to Tyler Ruthven. Ruthven right at the center stripe. Got no help. He'll left foot one long. Kadeem Dakers, who assisted on the Arizona United goal, has that one go out, but it went off Dan Gargan. Deep throw for Arizona.
Dakers' speed has kept Gargan at home. Gargan is a player that normally gets forward, but everything playing into the hands of Arizona United.
You can't use your hands. We know that.
That's a good point.
This one will skip into the box. De La Garza leaves it there for Pinedo. Well, we'll be talking to Michael Del Russo, we hope, at the conclusion of the first half. Be interested to hear if he is still as calm as he appeared to be in the immediate aftermath of the first goal of the match. That's coming up in just a couple of minutes, and we'll have scores, highlights. Barry Butel will join us at halftime with more stuff from down on the field. That one will ride almost to the end line, and Pinedo will start it there, and we're in the 43rd minute. Here's Tommy Meyer. Now De La Garza. Plenty of space. United not high pressuring here in the final moments of the first half. Sent long here. We do see Gargan getting forward on the overlap.
What a ball.
Gargan right foots this one across, headed towards the goal and just wide of the near post. And there's Zardes again. Hey, he's going to be dangerous tonight.
And you cannot let Juninho have that much time and space, because he hit a 60-yard ball on the dime that when it hit, it checked up like he was pitching and putting. So Gargan could get to it first time, and that was a great ball.
Square grooves, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. And Zardes, he's starting to calibrate his game toward goal. Halftime can't come fast enough for Arizona United, because clearly they're going to have to make sure that they retune themselves to number 11, who clearly is having a very impactful match. Here he goes again, Ken.
Chasing again with Ruthven on his shoulder, and Ruthven wins it and then plays it out on the far side for a throw and gets a nice hand for Yeoman's work done at the back.
Ruthven is one of those guys, he thinks he should be playing in the league, MLS. He's got an edge to him, a chip on his shoulder, some swagger, and that was a very, very well played sequence. He should clip that, put that on his YouTube reel, because that was really professional defending right there.
Long throw by Gargan into the box, headed away by Arizona United. Flores now, the man on his back, just dumps that one long, basically dumping the puck.
Not bad, because it's late in the half, and you want to give yourself a chance to go into halftime feeling very good about yourself, and what better way than taking on the marquee club in Major League Soccer and be leading after one half.
Many a team, though, has let down in the final moments of a half and let a team get back into it. We're just about to reach the 45-minute mark and wait for an indication of stoppage time.
Well, what I liked was their response defensively. They scored the goal, but they got themselves right back to the task in hand, and the Galaxy were ever going to jab their way or maybe punch their way just like that back into this game, it would have been by a quick response. But Arizona, give them credit, held strong, and have to feel very good about what they're doing, not only tonight, but since the beginning of the year.
Evan Newton killed as much time as he could dawdling, but not much time at all. There's the whistle, and that is the end of the first half of play. A surprising first half, and a goal by Matt Castle has staked Arizona United Soccer Club to a 1-0 lead over the LA Galaxy in this fourth round US Open Cup tie. There he is, Matt Castle. He is the goal-scoring hero of the moment. And Arizona United has put together a solid 45 minutes of play and leaded 1-0. Not surprising to them, obviously, but is it surprising to you at all, Al?
It is, because what you've seen is a team just execute what they've wanted to do, and clearly they're the underdog for a reason, but I love their mentality, their approach, their preparation all week, obviously leading them to give themselves an opportunity here, but the job is only half done, and I know that's going to be the message from the coaching staff, from everyone, and I'm sure right now, more importantly, the players need to realize that they put themselves in a good position, but all it takes is one moment of switching off for all that hard work to be undone.
Well, let's find out from Michael Del Russo himself, who's with Barry. Barry?
Thanks, guys. Coach, could you be more pleased with a 1-0 start?
The effort was good. You know, we were committed today, and that's what we're going for, and hopefully, you know, we can make a few more.
Does a job up front. Evan Newton, a couple of big saves here in the opening half.
Yeah, we knew we'd have to make some big plays, and that's what happened, and now we just got to stay organized.
How key is transition and really taking time and space away?
Oh, it's huge. You know, it's all about the mental moments of the game. We've been working on that, and still need to get better, though.
Got to look out for Dardist, obviously, on the offensive side of the ball.
We got to look out for a lot of guys.
That's true, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.
Coach Del Russo, guys, back up to you.
Thanks, Barry. And I don't think anything can shake Michael Del Russo. He has seen a lot of it. We'll see what we will see at the end of 45 minutes of play. It's Arizona United Soccer Club 1-0 over the LA Galaxy. Back with our Lerner and Rowe halftime report after this break. Don't go away. You're watching US Open Cup Soccer on Cox 7 Sports.
The very second you open your eyes, your world comes into focus, and there's so much to see. At Nationwide Vision, we're passionate about helping you see your world in absolute clarity. From LASIK, implantable contact lenses, and more. So the next time you open your eyes, you'll see your world in a whole new light. Right now, get $500 off implantable contact lenses. Call 1-800-EYECARE or visit nationwidevision.com to schedule your appointment today. Nationwide Vision.
For more than 40 years, our commitment to quality has remained unparalleled. At Portisubs, our master slicers slice your sandwich fresh to order every time. We use only the highest quality meats and cheeses, delicious fresh baked breads, and add all of your favorite healthy farm fresh veggies and savory shakers just the way you want them. The result is the best sandwich you have ever tasted, sliced fresh every time.
Make Portisubs your destination.
From the scene of yet another car wreck, we go live to Janet Green. Janet?
There are dozens of car wrecks every day in the Phoenix area. The problem is people often don't realize they've been hurt until a couple of days later. And without documentation, people won't get the money they deserve for their injuries. The solution? The Lerner & Rowe app. It allows you to completely document the wreck and even allows you to submit your case directly to Lerner & Rowe. It's free and it's a must-have.
Thanks, Janet. Lerner & Rowe truly is the way to go.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Matt Castle has the United on top 1-0 over the LA Galaxy. Welcome back to the Lerner & Rowe halftime report. Anyone who has been to a Arizona United home game this year has seen the enthusiastic fans behind the West goal. They are La Furia Roja 1881, and they are Phoenix's premier and only independent soccer support group. They are super fans of our boys, and we are glad to have them. Let's learn a little bit more about them and their capo, or captain, Samantha.
Hello, my name is Samantha, and I am the capo for La Furia Roja 1881. The responsibilities of the capo are to lead the game day festivities, lead the group in chants, make sure they're organized, make sure they're on time and they're back at their seats, set up for the game, set up the banners, any other tifo that we have set, and have a good time. La Furia Roja kind of just fell upon me. I heard that we had a pro team last year and I wanted to check it out. But I've always liked being a supporter. I like the enthusiasm and the passion. And I just did a Google search and I just stumbled upon them, as boring as that is. And I went to a couple meetups, bought a scarf, and I was in. I became capo kind of by accident a few games ago. I'm normally in the drum corps, but our normal capo was out. So I just kind of stepped in and took on the role, and everyone really likes what I'm doing, so I'm going to stick with it. It's kind of fun watching everyone follow in unison.
Happy birthday. This is what you do on birthdays in LFR.
Yeah, it's, hold on. Wink at the camera, SpongeBob. Yes.
La Furia Roja, it started originally as a lot of members from American Outlaws Phoenix heard we're getting a team, so we wanted to get together and start support. Turns out that there's a lot of really passionate soccer fans in Arizona, and people like watching soccer. It's a fun, exciting sport, but we want more than just to sit there. We want to show our passion and our enthusiasm. And LFR, that's what we do. We get loud. The louder we are, the better. The louder our drums are, the more passion we show. It's phenomenal. And LFR started out as 5-6 people. It's blossomed into 300, almost 350 people. And the more people we get to match, the better. So join us. Come on, it's fun.
La Furia Roja 1881, we like to meet up at the Draft House. We like to have a few pints, eat some food. We start about 4, we leave about 6:20. We like to practice our chants.
Having soccer, pro soccer in Phoenix, having Arizona United here is one of the greatest things that could happen. Arizona has a great soccer culture, and now we have the world's game, the beautiful game in our backyard, where we could just come over here, a few minutes drive, and sit here on the pitch and watch our boys play. Being an Arizona United fan, it just means passion and love. You can't beat that. There's nothing better than that.
Roja Furia 1881, the Red Fury, and boy, you can hear them nonstop throughout the course of the game, including tonight. 1-0 is the score, United over the LA Galaxy. It is a fantastic evening. Peter Draxon, the head coach at Grand Canyon University, of course, comes out to these games, and you were saying before that you're not surprised by the 1-0 score.
Not at all. Actually very impressed. It's the best half I've seen here.
on this field. So I'm not surprised these athletes are very motivated to play a team at the MLS level. Obviously a higher level, and they got something to prove. There's no pressure on them. The pressure's on the Galaxy.
You saw against Rochester, they moved up high. They played a lot more aggressively. It seems like they've kind of continued that theme against the Galaxy.
Yeah, the most impressive thing is that defensively, they're very, very organized, and they're not committed to attack. And that's how the goal happened. And that started out with the Rhinos. That Rhinos team was a very good team. To score that goal on the Galaxy like that, it's a fantastic goal.
How important is it on the back end here with Evan Newton coming up with some big saves?
No question. He's the MVP for me all season so far. I'm surprised he's still here.
Yeah. They were talking, Alan and Ken were about just, you start on that back end like that and you can do a lot of things.
Well, that's where it starts with. It starts with a goalkeeper, and then hopefully you have a striker up front to score the goals.
When you think about the Galaxy and what Bruce Arena is saying right now at halftime, is he pleased? You can't be pleased with how his team's performing.
Well, he's not a happy camper, I'm sure, in that locker room. He don't want to lose this game. U.S. Open Cup is a prestigious cup. He wants to win it.
How key, Peter, is the transition game, taking that time and space away from the Galaxy?
Crucial. You got to get compact as soon as possible around the ball and take away the spaces, the open spaces.
Fantastic seeing the youth soccer out here as well. It's a great night for soccer in Arizona. There's no doubt about that.
No question. Thank you to all the people that have come out. I love it, and let's make it grow, help it grow.
All right, Peter Draxton, head coach of Grand Canyon University, our guest. It's 1-0. The United on top of the MLS LA Galaxy. We'll continue with more of the Lerner and Rowe halftime report after we take this time out, only on Cox 7.
We'd all like to move up, so don't settle for a Toyota or Honda. Move up to Hyundai Santa Fe. Move up to more horsepower. Upgrade to more safety. Raise your expectations of innovation and style. Move up to America's best warranty. 5 years longer than Honda or Toyota. And right now you can move up to a Hyundai Santa Fe with a $229 a month lease, or get up to $1,500 in total savings. Now's the best time to move up to Hyundai at your Valley Hyundai dealers.
Arizona United SC plays LA Galaxy 2, Saturday, June 21st at the Peoria Sports Complex. United looks to continue its inaugural season as they host one of the league's best teams in LA Galaxy 2 on Saturday, June 21st at 7 p.m. Get your tickets today to support your Arizona United Soccer Club as they try to battle their way into the playoffs. Catch all the end-to-end action on their pitch at the Peoria Sports Complex with tickets starting at just $7. Arizona United versus the LA Galaxy 2, June 21st. Tickets on sale now at ArizonaUnited.com.
For more than 40 years, our commitment to quality has remained unparalleled. At Portisubs, our master slicers slice your sandwich fresh to order every time. We use only the highest quality meats and cheeses, delicious fresh baked breads, and add all of your favorite healthy farm fresh veggies and savory shakers just the way you want them. The result is the best sandwich you have ever tasted, sliced fresh every time.
Make Portisubs your destination.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. Hurt in a wreck and need a check? Make one call, that's all, to Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. They'll get you all the money you deserve from the stingy insurance companies. Call them today at 977-1900. And by Body Armor. Body Armor, the sports drink that hydrates Arizona United. Superior hydration loaded with electrolytes, coconut water, vitamins, and nothing artificial. Certainly nothing artificial about a 1-0 Arizona United lead over the LA Galaxy at halftime. Ken Tomash and Alan Hopkins with you from Peoria Sports Complex in Peoria, Arizona. A good crowd on a Wednesday night on a very warm night. The 95 degrees at kickoff, I don't think that's been a factor at all to this point. What's been a factor is that Arizona United has been hot. They've made the most of the one chance that they got.
Shocked that Arizona United are leading. On paper, yes, and if you're just seeing this score on your phone or whatever, it is a big upset in the making. But over the first half, you have to love their commitment. You have to love their preparation. Their mentality's been spot on, and they created a couple chances, and finally, for once, they finished one.
Let's take a look at our Lerner and Rowe highlights brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. Arizona served notice early that they were in here to play.
And I really liked the early start. Evan Newton set the tone. He was clean, he was decisive, and he had to put out some fires and make some big plays, which allowed his team to settle into the match.
That was a big save there, and then LA thought they had broken out on top.
Well, what you see from Newton as he pushed that one wide, as he kept it out of the danger, and then here is the call right now. LA thought they'd gotten a goal. Rob Friend just should be offside. His reaction sort of indicates that maybe he was off, and then you like the set pieces, and this is when Arizona, after weathering the storm, began to get themselves back into the game.
And finally, 37th minute, they did break through. Here's Antunes, plays this one up, and it's a nice ball here to set up the goal.
This goal, Ken, works at every level. Good ball winning, switch the angle of attack, one-on-one play, the ball in, breaks the line of defense, and Castle, the guy wearing the captain's armband, the biggest game in this young organization's career, really, era, and there he is, Johnny on the spot. First time finish, Pinedo. That's all he can do is get out of the back of the net.
Love to see that ball going in the back of the net if you are an Arizona United fan. And they may be making some new fans here tonight. There's a good crowd on hand on a Wednesday night in Peoria to see them play against the Glamour team. But can they keep it up for 45 minutes or potentially more? Remember, Open Cup games could go to overtime. We're a long way from that, though, but we're not a long way from being done with our Lerner and Rowe halftime report. We'll have more for you after this. Don't go away. You're watching U.S. Open Cup Soccer on Cox 7 Sports.
Eyes. We all have them. You, even you. All unique. Just like you. At Nationwide Vision, we understand this. So when it comes to eyewear, contact lenses, eye exams, LASIK, ICL, and cataract procedures, our expert team of doctors will make sure the care you receive is perfect, just for you. Call 1-800-EYECARE or go to nationwidevision.com to find a location near you. Nationwide Vision.
Man.
Hurt in a wreck? You need Lerner and Rowe on your side.
Huh?
Every day we work hard to assist people hurt in car wrecks get the medical attention they need, get their car fixed, and get them all the money they deserve from the stingy insurance companies while keeping them out of the courtroom.
Wow, I know who I'm calling.
Here's mine.
Thank you so much.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
For more than 40 years, our commitment to quality has remained unparalleled. At Portisubs, our master slicers slice your sandwich fresh to order every time. We use only the highest quality meats and cheeses, delicious fresh baked breads, and add all of your favorite healthy farm fresh veggies and savory shakers just the way you want them. The result is the best sandwich you have ever tasted, sliced fresh every time.
Make Portisubs your destination.
45 minutes of 90 or potentially more are in the books, and Arizona United leads the LA Galaxy 1-0 in this fourth round U.S. Open Cup tie from the Peoria Sports Complex in Peoria, Arizona. Ken Tomash, Alan Hopkins, and Barry Butel with you. We saw Michael Del Russo going off the field at halftime, and he seems to be thinking to himself, yep, that's the way we drew it up. That man, Bradley Valadez, is going to be a key figure here in the second half as well. Arizona, what do they have to do now in the second half to finish this game out?
Batten down the hatches would be my mindset coming in, because that wave we saw for about 20 minutes in the first half that they survived, well, this is going to be like a Laird Hamilton ×4 big wave that they're going to see, because one thing I know from being around Bruce Arena for so many years, he let his players know that they are not to leave Arizona without a victory in this competition. So Bruce has a way of motivating his teams, and I believe that you're going to see a LA team with a bit more bite and edge, because really they were outplayed, or at least slightly outplayed over the first half, and you have to say that lead for Arizona United is a very deserved one.
Well, we're not going to hear from Bruce Arena, but we have the next best thing. Dave Sarakin is with Barry Butel in the field.
Thank you, Coach. Obviously, the score's not in your favor. What was your impressions after one half? Knowing that they've got nothing to lose.
It's challenge, and we're up for the challenge. We know they're going to come hard, and we just have to be a little bit patient.
Thanks, Coach.
You're welcome.
Guys, back to you.
Dave Sarakin, thank you, Barry.
He is one of the best guys, I have to say, in all of professional soccer. Great family man, just a top-notch individual, and a pretty darn good coach in MLS. He had a great record in Chicago, and he was snatched up by Bruce Arena, and they've had nothing but success here. And he's great to point that, hey, they came out, and this is how it's difficult for these teams, showing the proper respect. I think that United have to feel like they earn, but again, the job is only half done, Ken.
It appears as though, we're waiting for official word, it appears as though neither team has made a substitution to begin the second half. It's a cursory glance from our vantage point, which is a long way away from the field, and we are underway in the second half. We'll see what Arizona United does to see if they can hold on or build on this 1-0 lead, courtesy of Matt Castle in the 37th minute. Now it will be LA in blue, moving from left to right across your screen here. And there's the danger man, Zardes, who was so dangerous in the first half, and it's pounced on by Evan Newton.
You might as well just put Evan Newton on a loop, because I think we're going to say his name more than any other player. He started the first half strong, second half stronger here, snuffing out that challenge. And Zardes picks up right where he left off, as he was really a dominating player, as much as any field player. And for a team that only scored 9 goals in their USL Pro games, got to be happy with the 1 goal on 3 shots in the first half for Arizona United, 6 for the Galaxy. Pinedo, the Panamanian starter in goal for LA, didn't have to make a save. Newton had 3. So I'd expect those stats to pretty much double here before this half is over.
Friend went down there on a foul about 40 yards from goal. It's going to be a long free kick chance for the Galaxy. It's going to be Ishizaki. Kind of duffed that a little bit and curled into the box. Ishizaki gets it back, looks up, thinks better of the shot. Now he will take one. Oh, and Friend collided there with Matt Castle in the box, and they both go down. Or is that Tyler Ruthven? It's Ruthven who's down. And I think they went skull to skull there.
This is one of the most brutal aspects of this game. And a great ball by Ishizaki floated in, and yep, that is Rob Friend's head and face, meaning the back of Tyler Ruthven. And I tell you what, I'm concerned for Rob Friend here, because the force of that, and he's not moving too much. Ruthven at least had the back part of his head to protect him, but
well, Ruthven's 6'2". Rob Friend is 6'5" from Rosetown, Saskatchewan. So they're kind of hard-nosed up there in Saskatchewan. You have to be out on the plains of Western Canada. But he's going to get up and put a little water on it. And they're both up now to the applause of this good crowd here on the Peoria Sports Complex.
That'll
He's going to feel that. Yeah, he's going to feel that tomorrow. I better let Tyler sleep in tomorrow and get him plenty of ibuprofen.
Well, I think you're going to get up, regen, and then maybe just watch some World Cup the rest of the day.
This portion of the match brought to you by Lerner & Rowe Injury Attorneys. Hurt in a wreck and need a check? Make one call, that's all, to Lerner & Rowe Injury Attorneys. They'll get you all the money you deserve from the stingy insurance companies. Call them today at 977-1900. I wouldn't call them if you collide heads with a 6'5" guy from Saskatchewan, but if you're in an auto accident, certainly call them. We're here in the 49th minute, and Arizona United, on the strength of the Matt Castle goal, leads it 1-0. Here is Morrison keeping this one in play.
Great touch. I like it.
Left that one there for Benji Flores. Hoffman wins the tackle. Forward doing some defensive work, and he gets rewarded by getting the ball back on the right wing.
Hoffman hasn't had nearly the time and space he's enjoyed in USL Pro.
It's cleared away by Winderson Sir. Held in now by LA. Here to Gargan. Back to Ishizaki.
One adjustment. Ken, looks like Ishizaki's dropping deeper to quarterback more possession.
They gave Zardes a little too much space here. It worked out for St. Cyr, who got a boot to that one.
Now, can Arizona get their counter game going? Because that's going to be the key for them. And I like that combination play we saw from them earlier, because it showed they're willing to play and they're not just going to sit back and defend.
See Zardes, the give and go, and the ball went.
Now they got to go because you can catch LA in transition.
Del Piccolo gets knocked off the ball there by his opposite number, Vucinic, who wins the throw, and Gargan will send it in.
The best analogy I can give sports-wise is you have to get layups and points off the press. You can't settle for possession. The press wins. So if they're going to play high pressure, the LA Galaxy, and keep the ball, those opportunities you have on the counter, you have to make them count.
Juninho kept that ball in here on the near side touchline, and LA has it back. Ishizaki to Friend, who has recovered from his collision with Tyler Ruthven. Hoffman now will play it wide to Robbie Rogers on the overlap from left back. Rogers with those forwards instincts, and the game is tied as Zardes finally gets free and puts it home with a header. LA has equalized in the 51st minute.
Number 11, wearing the Galaxy kit, is the best athlete on the field. And you could just see it coming. Hoffman, good ball out wide. Gargan, who's been a very good assist man out of the back. Rogers, excuse me, played in a perfect ball. No chance, Newton. And that time, Woodbury didn't identify the danger quick enough.
Zardes is third of the year in all competitions. He's leveled this match, whereas we're now in the 52nd minute. Ball one away by Robbie Rogers. Cuts inside of Kadeem Dakers. Finds Zardes again. Now 3 white shirts converge on him.
And make no mistake, this is what the Galaxy want from Zardes. They want him to dominate when he's on his game.
You could see, I mean, he had thrown that hook in the water in the first half. You could see that it was certainly going to be paid off at some point if they didn't mark him very tightly, or even if they did. Tommy Meyer now. Back to AJ De La Garza.
People so many times talk about technical ability and tactical IQ. What they don't give soccer players credit for at the highest levels being outstanding athletes. And the formula for success is very easy. I'm more athletic, more talented, you're going to win.
It's kind of the hallmark of the American player, isn't it? More guts than grace. We saw that by the U.S. national team on Monday. That was a pretty graceful effort there by Yassi Zardes.
Well, I'll even contend, even these players you're seeing playing in Brazil, they're tremendous specimens. Just that we don't have the appreciation or sense. But they passed the eyeball test getting off the bus, folks. 6 foot plus, strong, developed, quick, jumping ability, all the tools.
And you had to be to play in that game because that was a physical game. Headed down, and LA has taken the lead, and it's Zardes with his second goal of the second half. Whoa, what a ball in, and what a finish. That's 2 headers for him, and Ishizaki gets the assist.
You could pick up the field mic. Someone for Arizona United said too easy, and this is too easy. Ishizaki playmaking more. Look at this ball.
Oh, he's alone there inside the 6.
Yeah, where is the center back, Woodbury? That's the one question you have to ask. He's way out of position there, drifted to the near side. He has to consolidate there, pinch inside, and more importantly, got to keep track of Zardes.
That one's sent over the bar as United tries to equalize through Bradley Balades there. St. Cyr is only 5'9" there, and that ball was a little out of his reach as it was served into the box, and the fans here cheering for the red and tonight white. Gonna need to do double duty here, double time it now in the 54th minute as their lead has evaporated.
Yeah, from a goal up to a goal down in less than 10 minutes.
So whatever Bruce Arena said at halftime, it sunk in. As if you've ever been around Bruce Arena, you can imagine it was colorful, whatever.
There are not enough dump buttons, I don't think, for that halftime speech. But, you know, Bruce also knows when to, you know, sort of give way as well. So I'm broad stroking a bit there, but no doubt the message was made clear that we need to have more sense of urgency. we need to be sharper and be much less content to just play the game. Let's go make it, and they've clearly gotten the message.
Tommy Meyer with a long ball out of the back, headed on, and that one will probably be directed back to Evan Newton. This portion of the match brought to you by Nationwide Vision. Break the cycle of discomfort with your contact lenses. Nationwide Vision now carries the new Bausch & Lomb Ultra contact lenses with Moisture Seal technology from Bausch & Lomb. Upgrade your contacts with the latest in contact lens innovation. Bausch & Lomb Ultra contact lenses. Now at Nationwide Vision, you can save $60 on an annual supply after manufacturer's mail-in rebate. Call 1-800-EYE-CARE or visit nationwidevision.com. See if Bausch & Lomb Ultra contact lenses with Moisture Seal technology are right for you.
And we mentioned Arizona United struggling to score goals. You know, the Galaxy have been very much on that same page. They have not exactly lit the MLS world afire.
16 goals in 12 league matches. Here's Rogers, dispossessed, and Antunes has it there. It's going to be interesting. Now we'll see how Arizona United responds to going down a goal here after being up and feeling very good about themselves after 45. It's going to be, if they are as calm as their coach is, see how things happen here.
Well, hopefully they've gone over different scenarios that may present themselves. One being, okay, we're down a goal in the second half. How do we want to attack? How do we want to shape ourselves? What's going to actually be our formation? And that's one of the things that you know as a first-year head coach that Michael Del Russo is still learning. And that is where Bruce Arena has 4 or 5 hard drives full of those scenarios and opportunities, certainly how to tweak his team.
Here's another chance. It's cleared away by Ruthven as Newton was out of his goal. For the latest Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup results and information, visit ussoccer.com. I told you the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup is our national championship of club soccer. It is the U.S. Soccer Federation's national championship. Get all the scores and all the information. Who's going to be playing where in the 5th round next week. The winner of this match is headed to Cary, North Carolina to play the Carolina Railhawks of the North American Soccer League. A lot of folks probably watching in the Triad tonight, or the Triangle rather. So we welcome you watching us online, wherever you may be. Dangerous chance there.
Great win.
Galaxy equal to the task. Now, Michael Del Russo does have some speedy options off his bench if he goes to make changes. We told you how thin Bruce Arena's bench is here tonight, and with only 17 available players, and one of those a backup keeper. But there are some speed guys that Del Russo can bring off the bench that can attack if they're still chasing a goal here in the next 15 minutes or so.
Well, right now, Benji Lopez, number 15, he's been trying to shake away a knock. He's grabbing the back of his leg, his upper glute quite a bit, and that pass right there was very soft. And maybe a player that the coaching staff for Arizona United are keeping an eye on.
Well, he's got Brad Stisser, who's a proven goal scorer. Brandon Schwarzenduber on his bench as Pinedo comes out to his 6 to grab that one. And John Okafor is also an attacking option off the bench for Del Russo. As we've almost reached the hour mark, and it's about the time where you start thinking about what changes can I make here if things don't change in the next several minutes. Here's Antunes now. Near side touchline, some fancy footwork to try to get past Dan Gargan, but Juninho has it for LA. Plays it into the center circle here. Rogers back to Husidic. And Gargan again. We've seen him get forward. We've seen him play some nice balls into space. That one's headed back the other way by United. Trail it now 2-1 here as we hit the 59th minute of play.
I'm always curious to see. I always like watching games and film with players and say, what do you see when you're watching the highest level? And clearly, the one thing that I know at least Lopez is doing a bad job of now, he's holding on to the ball. You're watching World Cup games, it's 2-3 touches tops. He's trying to carry the ball through a crowded midfield, and this is his home field. It's very small here. The ball's got to do the work. The ball is round for a reason. Get the ball off your foot, get it rolling. That's when you've had the best opportunity for success.
Maybe a bit ambitious for that 19-year-old.
Well, it's almost like just getting the right information. Like, what are you really watching when you watch soccer at the highest level in the middle third? It's very simple. Everyone plays the same. It's 1 and 2 touch. That's it. And if you're dribbling, it's only to pass the ball, not to create something special.
Now LA clears that one out of their box. Held in at the center circle.
Connect passes. The ball.
Nice ball driven, headed on, but Pinedo is there. See, there's a good opportunity.
And it starts because you connect a couple of passes, then you're able to get your head up, you make the defense move, and I like that run from the wide side, and good ball driven in.
And that one.
Darkus just did a really good job there of timing his run.
This is a good match. Folks who've come out tonight are getting their money's worth. It's 2-1 LA here, just past the hour mark. 2 quick goals by Yassi Zardes, as that one is behind for a corner, and LA will get its 5th of the match and first here of the second half. This portion of the match brought to you by Port of Subs. Customers have enjoyed the great taste of Port of Subs sandwiches for over 40 years with locations throughout the greater Phoenix area. You can too. Port of Subs sandwiches are sliced fresh and made to order, so please consider Port of Subs for your next meal. To learn more, please visit portofsubs.com. Now here's Stefan Ishizaki, who assisted on the go-ahead goal. The corner kick, he's down in that corner, in the right field corner here at the Peoria Sports Complex. Driven ball, it'll be headed out here, but retained by LA. Ishizaki will get a second chance at it. Gets around Baladez to the byline, sends it in front. Oh, a golden opportunity there for LA.
Was that off the post?
How that did not go in, it sounded like it may have been. LA still controlling though. Tommy Meyer.
That came out quicker than it went in.
Let's take a look and see what we can see as Gargan throws it in quickly as Ishizaki goes to the byline here as play continues.
Oh, great save. Newton got a big piece of that. Great work by Newton.
Not over yet. And Friend heads that one right to Newton.
Great work by Newton there. If you got a chance to watch the Croatia-Cameroon game, the Cameroonian keeper got caught cheating on an exact same scenario. Newton stayed at home and made a great save. Here it is from the goal cam. Great work at the near post, and keeper's best friend, the woodwork.
Oh, we got an offside call there. Wondering what the whistle was. Alex Mariscal quickly whistled that one, and just as quickly, LA puts it back into play. Zardes with St. Cyr on him, and that one is going to bounce up, and will it reach the berm? No, not quite. A guy at the outfield wall trying to reach over and
fan
get that
interference.
One. Yes, exactly.
That's a shot right there. That's the deepest part of the park. Nearly 4 bills from right where we're at.
Another corner for LA. They're 6th of the match.
Weather the storm. That's got to be what you're thinking about now for Arizona.
Ishizaki right foots this one, and it's a little too far and out for a goal kick for Evan Newton.
They will get a couple of more quality chances over the course of the next half an hour. If you consider the stoppage time, I'm sure we'll have. It's a matter of can they finish efficiently like they did in the first half when they got 1 goal on 3 shots.
This is apparently not going to be the last game of the evening because the weather in Chicago not cooperating. How many times have you had weather in O'Hare keep you from getting where you wanted to go? Well, it's going to keep that match between the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and Chicago from being completed anytime soon, as we see our first substitute off the bench for Michael Delarusso, and it is, in fact, John Okafor. John Okafor comes into the match here in the 64th minute. We'll see who Mr. Okafor replaces. This is a Port of Subs substitution. Benji Lopez has come off in the 64th minute.
Yeah, you can see Lopez was either struggling physically or just not understanding what was needed to do in this game. Okafor comes straight in, errant pass there, wins a header. And see what Fresh Legs does for their attack.
John Okafor, a gentleman of Verona, New Jersey, that is. It's time for a Port of Subs game substitution. Port of Subs sliced fresh sandwiches and made to order for over 40 years. Enjoy the great taste of Port of Subs sandwiches. Now we'll see what Mr. Okafor can do with this opportunity. 14 games, 7 starts, 1 goal and an assist in all competitions thus far, and LA is going to get another corner kick. And again, it'll be Ishizaki, who's got a very, very dangerous and talented foot to put to this one.
Ishizaki's been one of the top newcomers to MLS this season.
Evan Newton has 4 white shirts around his 6-yard box as Ishizaki again drills it low. Headed to the top of the 18. Okafor got ahead on that one for his first touch. Held in by Gargan, tried to push that one forward. Here's Zardes again. Zardes chips it into the box. Hoffman was there, but so too was the Arizona United defense and London Woodbury.
Talked about in the pregame his learning curve. He learned being out of position. If you don't know where to be when you're a central defender, just be central. And that time, he did a good job of just being in the right place, very tight centrally where the danger is on the ball being played in from that angle.
I'll do it from the other side flag, and again, it will be Ishizaki. He's not been putting these up high in the air, just been driving them across the mouth of the goal. Here it is again. Newton gets 8 fingers to it, puts it over the bar.
Well, it's been a variety of services. We've seen the low driven ball, the ball laced in, spinning right at the penalty spot, deep far post. Now they go quick, mixing it up very nicely.
Played it short. Headed out by the defense. Pusic takes a shot, and that one will reach the berm, and the folks in the cheap seats up there get a little souvenir.
Look at Newton, little jump step to the near post. That's why he had to go back and make that play. Just like in baseball, first step is back. That time, play athletically to compensate.
This portion of the match brought to you by Hyundai. Hyundai is a proud sponsor of your Arizona United Soccer Club. Visit buyhyundai.com today to find a dealer near you. 67th minute now. LA leads it 2-1. There's 2 goals in the span of 2 minutes by Zardes for LA, who has the ball at his feet now, and 3 defenders around him. He'll take a left-footed shot. He will win a corner there. But fool me twice, shame on you, but fool me 3 times, it'd be shame on me. Zardes wins another corner.
He has been more than a handful. Started slowly and then just realized that he has all the ability to be the best player on the field, and he certainly has been. Outside of the 2 goals he has in his back pocket, working on the hat trick.
11th corner kick of the match for LA. Ishizaki again. This time he'll go to the far post. And Meyer was there on the doorstep, but it went a little bit too far for him. Tommy Meyer, whose dad, of course, was also a star at IU, followed his dad to Bloomington. Some great college programs represented here. We talked about Maryland, Indiana as well, and Georgetown. Just college soccer in this country has produced a lot of terrific players at the pro level. Friend, who's not from this country, got up way high and in fact too far over the top of his defender.
Well, you mentioned Indiana, Maryland. That's going to be a new rivalry as Maryland now has jumped into the Big Ten.
That's right.
But clearly Maryland, they do lose something on the soccer side leaving the ACC. I don't know anyone that's disputing that. Virginia, North Carolina State, Wake Forest, Duke, so many outstanding programs.
Zardes goes down, draws a foul. We look like we're going to see our first sub off Bruce Arena's bench, and it's going to be Kenny Walker, midfielder. He is getting set to check in. We'll see who Walker comes in for as Zardes is able to get up and walk it off.
You mentioned the Maryland connection as well. Omar Gonzalez, Maryland Terp, a very proud one. Clarence Goodson. And even though Kyle Beckerman didn't go to Maryland, his family had worked at the university for many years, and he grew up going to basketball camps, soccer camps, and when those guys get around each other, it's a Terp fest. So Maryland very well represented.
It's time for a Port of Subs game substitution. Port of Subs, sliced fresh sandwiches and made to order for over 40 years. Enjoy the great taste of Port of Subs sandwiches. Kenny Walker comes in, Rob Friend departs, so it's a midfielder coming on for a forward. What does this tell us about what Bruce Arena expects to do here in the last 21 minutes or so?
Yes, certainly Walker is a player, another teammate of Hoffman who's come up through the LA Galaxy 2 program in USL Pro. And right now it's fresh legs, help us just break a few more sequences up for Arizona in the midfield and create something up top.
Deep throw in for the Galaxy here. into Husidic. He'll drive this one just past Newton. And Hoffman was there. He's a poacher. That's where he likes to put himself in positions to poach a goal, and that one could have been a dagger if he'd have been able to get ahead to it.
That ball was whipped in. I can see the radar gun on that one. It had some pace to it and had a dangerous curl that kept Newton at home. And these are unforced errors that beginning to creep up.
Here you're dealing with a team that does not yet know how to close out a match against a team that knows all about coming from behind and closing out a match, even if Keane's not here, even if Donovan isn't here. This is the difference here in quality between Major League Soccer and teams that are trying to get to that level.
Well, just a level of professionalism is just a great point. And let's just take it to what we've seen on the field. Just look at the corner kicks. They've used all of them, and that's something that professionals do. Like a pitcher, I'm not going to throw you the same thing every time. I'm going to mix it up to get to where I want to be successful, and that's just another hallmark of the difference between these two levels.
Gargan's throw-in bounces in the box off the chest of St. Cyr and right into the hands of Newton. This portion of the match brought to you by Body Armor. Sorry, Alan. The sports drink that hydrates Arizona United. Superior hydration loaded with electrolytes, coconut water, vitamins, and nothing artificial. And on a night like tonight in the Arizona desert, hydration is key, as John Okafor, who is the first sub off Michael De La Russo's bench, draws a foul there and a free kick. And I think Dan Gargan disagreed.
Well, it's another thing, and I see his point, although it was a foul. The Arizona players don't take that last step to the ball, and they sort of sit in that space. They need to take that extra step, whether in the air or on the ground, to the ball to get possession.
Big left foot by Morrison to the far post. It'll go out over on the far side. The only question is it stays with Arizona. 72nd minute. United looking to tie. Ruthven will get a big run up here and throw this one in.
Give Arizona credit. They took those quick knockdown blows, but they battled back into this game and now have a dangerous throw-in opportunity. Maybe not as far as he can throw it. Maybe just somewhere right in the middle to make things interesting for the Galaxy defense.
5 white shirts in the 6-yard box as this high throw. Everybody's trying to get ahead to it. And it fell to the feet of Del Piccolo.
Great adjustment by Ruthven.
And Janino. John Okafor makes his presence known, but advantage well played by Alex Mariscal. And here's Robbie Rogers now.
Well, I like what Okafor did. That was actually a pretty good foul. Janino at time and space is a much different proposition. He's got time again to get his head up.
Hoffman now, Janino. Zardes, who has 2 goals already tonight.
Now can they keep it?
Morrison with Ishizaki on him. Go back to probably the safest place the ball can be with Evan Newton, whether it's his hands or not. Kadeem Daker's got a head on that. Valadez may have gotten a shoulder on that.
Last time there was an air challenge, a challenge in the air between Dakers and Rogers. Rogers won it because he created contact first. This time, Dakers made the contact first, established position, was able to win the opportunity, at least initially, to keep possession.
Will a hero emerge for Arizona United here in the last 17 minutes or so? Need a goal to tie to send it to overtime. And we're going to have a yellow card here. Let's see who that one was assessed on. Okafor, who's been busy already, gets his name on the score sheet in the 74th minute with a yellow card. That's a yellow card for number 7, John Okafor. If you're hurt in a wreck and need a check, make one call, that's all, to Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. Call 977-1900. Sponsoring our cards tonight, of which there have now been 2, one for each side.
Woodbury showing his hops that time, bounding up to win that ball in the air with ease.
75th minute now, and now things start to get a little tight. Del Piccolo chested that one down. Can he keep it on the near side? He can. Okafor now found 3 blue shirts around him, and he will win a free kick.
Great understanding of how to let the advantage play itself out by Mr. Mariscal that time.
Well, he'd heard about it from his brothers and his sister if he didn't do that.
That's right.
They're all referees. That's fun Thanksgiving, isn't it?
I was going to say, just cards, right? I bet you the mom has all the cards in the house.
No presents at Christmas, just cards. Scott Morrison now from the ball about a roll and a half on the LA side of midfield in the 75th minute.
Not enough white jerseys, though, for me in the box. Trying to get an equalizer late.
Getting there now. St. Cyr got in. It's cleared away by Juninho, doing good work at the defensive end. Held in though, it'll be served back into the box by United, and Castle got ahead to that one, trying to get his second goal of the night. It was his goal in the 37th minute for the captain that put Arizona United in the lead at the half. You can keep up with all Lamar Hunt US Open Cup updates on Twitter at US Soccer. It's at US Soccer. Action going on tonight. That Pittsburgh-Chicago match has been delayed a couple of times by weather. I can tell you that Kansas City has moved on. New England has moved on. Seattle's playing PSA Elite as we speak. That game should go final shortly. And here we have the LA Galaxy and Arizona United SC. And it's 2-1 LA thanks to 2 goals by Yassi Zardes in the 51st and 53rd minutes.
Well, the crowd was a bit subdued after those 2 quick goals we just mentioned. But now they're getting louder. And certainly what they can do is help pick up this team here down the stretch, because if you'd have told anyone in this community 100 days ago that they'd be in a position to get to the 5th round of the oldest tournament in the country, they probably wouldn't have believed you, but that's where they're at. And certainly they've scored once, they can score again and put themselves in position to really show what they've been able to do, which is win tight Open Cup games.
All 3 of their Open Cup affairs have been 1-goal games. This one is a 1-goal match to this point.
See, again, you have to establish position first. Make first contact when you're trying to receive the ball. If you're just going to try to post up like your Tim Duncan, is not going to work, especially against a very good defender like De La Garza.
Meyer plays this one forward. And that will ride out on Ishizaki, and we'll go back the other way. We never did complete the thought on, before Zardes scored those 2 goals for LA, who had scored the last Open Cup goal for LA. I told you he was in the building. Any guesses?
I was going to say Robbie Rogers.
It was Pat Noonan. He's in the building, but he's not playing. He's an assistant coach now. Scored that one at Carolina a couple of years ago. We're going to see Chandler Hoffman come out now. He will depart for LA as Bruce Arena goes to his bench again in favor of Samuel. Those Brazilian players.
He started before in MLS as well.
It's a time for a Port of Subs game substitution. Port of Subs, sliced fresh sandwiches and made to order for over 40 years. Enjoy the great taste of Port of Subs sandwiches. So Samuel is in, Chandler Hoffman is out. So he swaps forward for forward. Some fresh legs here with trying to see this match out with about 12 minutes and some stoppage time, we would assume, as Zardes just sets out towards the goal and then lays it off to Husinich. And Woodbury was on him, and he fouled Mr. Woodbury. His way in there.
I should have guessed Pat Noonan. That would have tied the bow perfectly on our conversation about Indiana.
You're right.
So that's E-me. Noonan, part of those great teams. And in fact,
they haven't had much butt in all those years. First Jerry Yeagley, now Todd Yeagley has continued that. Mike Freitag.
Well, I also think about what Caleb Porter's done, another IU guy.
With Portland Timbers. And Tunez did a nice step over move there, played it out wide to Winder St. Cyr, who cuts it back inside. And Tunez back to him. Kenny Walker, who's a second half sub, forced that ball back into Arizona territory. Here's Del Piccolo.
I like St. Cyr. He just plays with a carefree, hey, I'm just out here kicking the ball in the Copacabana, and I like that freedom in which he's playing. You need that.
You see that sense of urgency now in all the guys in white for this final 12 minutes or so here, as they have some work to do. And LA not
look the goal
exactly inclined to let him do it. Okafor with a shot that's just wide of the near post. Oh, the big fella.
Breakdown that time for the Galaxy defense, and Okafor's instincts were perfect, and he went with them as he should have. Would have liked to put it on target, but this is a good building point. And actually probably could have taken another prep touch, but he wants to play quick, showing that he can. 2 touches is always the way to play. And just snatched it, came across his body. Hit it low, but wide.
So Okafor was a second-half substitute, and here is another one as Brad Stisser has come in for Daniel Antunes, another Port of Subs game substitution. Port of Subs sliced fresh sandwiches and made to order for over 40 years. Enjoy the great taste. Port of Subs sandwiches. Brad Stisser is a proven goal scorer as well. Played for the Atlanta Silverbacks a year ago, who went to the NASL Soccer Bowl. So they're hoping that he or Mr. Okafor can get their foot to one here, as we've got a Galaxy player down just outside their box, but play continues. St. Cyr will send this one here to the near post. Pineda got it, but it may have gone behind. Nope, they're going to give him a goal kick. Well, the push for the playoffs is on, folks. Get the same great seat to 5 of the remaining home games when you purchase a mini plan. Priority seating is included for the 2015 season and includes 1 Arizona United scarf with each seat purchase. Visit ArizonaUnited.com or call 623-594-9606. Walk United. Boy, and a lot of folks who came out tonight, maybe this is the first time they've come to watch this team play. They've got to be impressed with the team's heart, if nothing else.
I think this has been a terrific evening for this club. As we look at it again, the fouls, Artis went up high, hard down low. No foul there, though. I think he actually avoided the brunt of the contact. I think LA, in particular, the coaching staff upset because Arizona continued on. Well, what a terrific evening, though. The weather has been great, and everyone's got the World Cup fever, so why not come out, see some good soccer? And this has been a terrific game, and it's still very much in the balance.
82nd minute here, and the only question is, will Ishizaki take this free kick before the substitution, or will they wait? It looks like they're going to take Zardes out rather than risk further injury, and he will be replaced by Marcelo Sarvis. Sarvis comes into the match. Another Brazilian. Another Brazilian.
And he, along with Juninho, and the background is interesting because Juninho had to go back to Sao Paulo. It's a free kick. And they sent Sarvis in exchange. It didn't work out. Juninho came back, and many people thought Sarvis and Juninho couldn't play together. But in the end, those two have played together quite a bit in Major League Soccer competition. So it's worked out well, but another Brazilian that's made an impact, especially in midfield.
Each team has 1 substitution remaining. Here is Okafor, who was one of Michael De La Russo's subs.
He's been good, Okafor, since coming on.
There's St. Cyr. Kadeem Dakers spinning on Marcelo Sarvis. Kenny Walker, who's also a sub. Now it's Meyer, but he can't control it. And it'll go back to Arizona United. Here's Scott Morrison.
Good ball. See the last step right there. They're going to get the foul there. But this is what De La Russo was telling us, because he's been at this level, just the little things here and there.
And Gargan is being told that's persistent infringement by Alex Mariscal, and so he will get the 3rd card of the evening. That is a yellow card for Dan Gargan, brought to you by Lerner & Rowe Injury Attorneys. If you're hurt in a wreck and need a check, make 1 call, that's all, to Lerner & Rowe Injury Attorneys, 977-1900. It may very well be that the only injury here is to Dan Gargan's frame of mind.
See the foul right there. And my point is, like a wide receiver, you got to come back to the ball. And that's just a little thing that they can take away as a learning point from this experience here.
The chance is now for Arizona United. 85th minute free kick, their best free kick man on the ball. And he won't take it. It'll be put into the box and headed over the bar. That was the chance.
Miscommunication there. Woodbury actually had a beat on it.
It's Castle instead of Morrison.
Yep.
And it normally takes those, the right footer instead of the left footer, and it went to the far post.
Great ball in, no communication. Woodbury, he'll figure it out, but he needs to start in the outside lane, if you will. He needs to be all the way in lane 8 and come in. He's more like lane 6. So even if he gotten ahead on it, the way he was trying to get to the back end of it, he wasn't going to get much on it unless he was going to the far post, which would have been a spectacular goal.
Let's go down to Barry Butel, Barry.
Coach Del Russo, guys, during that last play, talking to Tyler Ruthven in the back line, telling him, yelling at him, send them, send them. He wants the ball up the field.
It'll be all hands on deck here before too long, as we're now in the 86th minute. There are still...
Hey, you can't use your hands.
I heard that somewhere. Well, you have to hand it to this Arizona United squad, regardless of how the final result tonight, because they have stood toe-to-toe with the LA Galaxy.
And a great experience takeaway for all the fans here that are either inside sitting in the seats or the ones having the most fun on the little grass berm, a la the StubHub Center where the Galaxy play. And I see a lot of happy kids and the fans who marched in.
Yeah, these folks haven't sat down for 90 minutes. Those folks have, but
those are the tired parents. I know what that's like. Their kids, though, are wandering around the parking lot. They can't stay here.
87th minute now.
Arizona's going to get one more chance, Ken. Can they capitalize?
It won't come by a free kick there, despite Del Piccolo's hitting the turf. Here's Tyler Ruthven now. Will launch one out of the back. Goes over the head of Bradley Valadez. Kenny Walker wins that one for LA. Another 50-50 ball, one back by Arizona. Congestion over on that far side on this narrow field. Kadeem Dakers is getting up slowly and gingerly, but there's no time to do anything slowly here as we're in the 88th minute, and
here's the chance.
United is chasing a goal.
What you want to do is make number 18 in all red have to make a play.
Left-footed into the box. Here is the shot, and there's that play. Too bad the horse racing's over with, Alan. I would want to know who you liked in the Belmont.
I got 3 kids. I don't have any money, although I could use some. But it's all about making the goalkeeper feel the pressure. And Okafor, he was the first one off the bench, but maybe he needed a half because he's been very good all over this chance. Pinedo, the save of the night, though.
Only the 3rd corner kick of the night for Arizona. Still alive in the box, and Husinich gets a foot to it. There you see Pineda, who's standing ball stopper, shot stopper. That's his reputation, and he had to come up big there and did. 89th minute now. Is there late drama? This club has made a habit in the Open Cup of late drama, scoring 3 goals in the final 10 minutes to win at Portland.
Silky.
Winning in overtime against Oklahoma City. A shot deflected, that'll go out, and is it? No, it's a goal kick for Pineda. That's going to kill some time, and may have killed Arizona's best chance.
And it's hard to tell a player like Stitz who's come in off the bench, a guy who wants to score goals, not to look to goal there. But, you know, I just watched the San Antonio Spurs, and I think it applies to soccer. A good shot can be a great shot. And I think if he slides a little 10-yard ball there on the ground, I think something good happens out of it. But again, up here, and certainly instinctually, you can't argue against what he was trying to do right there. Sometimes you have to dare to be great.
Although 4,018 the attendance tonight, 4,018, a season high. They came out and saw a terrific match. And Arizona United hopes that if you're watching this at home, you'll come out to one of the remaining home games. Obviously, it's high-quality soccer. It's a lot of fun, as these folks will attest to here.
What a great evening for everyone involved in this organization, and I hope they use this as a benchmark and as a catapult and really motivates them to get to the next level. They have great people involved, and it's very important that it starts there with great people with a vision. And I like this young man. You can develop him and you can really get him the tools he needs to really build on tonight here. Soccer in Arizona has always been great, the youth level. Growing up in Colorado, Yavapai, Grand Canyon, a lot of great soccer people in this state. A lot of great pros, Brad Evans being one of them, who call the Phoenix area their home, if you will. And now it's all about, can a professional team take hold of that, get the traction momentum needed to get to the next level.
Great night, everything but the result, but that is still in doubt as we are into 3 minutes of stoppage time at the Peoria Sports Complex in the 4th round of the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. And St. Cyr's touch let him down there, and that's
first time tonight.
Going to kill some extra time here. We are in stoppage time. You're in the first of 3 minutes of extra time, and anything can happen, and it sometimes does, as Newton sends this one long. 4,018 folks on their feet here, as will the late equalizer come again from Arizona United.
Okafor, he's been very impactful.
LA's heading back the other way. Baggio, Husidic, and Juninho now. Sarvis dispossessed. United keeps it in on the far side. Here they come, looking for the tying goal.
Go on.
That shot got deflected there by Kenny Walker.
You know what I loved about what Dakers has done? He's come on strong here late.
Woodbury wins that one with a nice slide tackle in the center circle. It's going to be everybody forward now. St. Cyr goes over the head of Castle.
Woodbury's got a future in this spot. Omar Gonzalez of the Galaxy was a forward at one point, even at Maryland, and has adjusted very well. I like what Woodbury's done. Got some tools for the next level, no doubt.
Final minute of play. Javi Pineda will try to lollygag as much of that as he can, but he finally is forced to put it into play by the 6-second rule. Newton here. All right, last chance saloon time for the guys in white. They trail it 2-1 here. 4th round Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup tie. The winner goes to Carolina to play the Railhawks next Tuesday night.
Galaxy have lost to the Railhawks two straight in a row.
So it's going to be an interesting storyline if they're able to see this game out. Samuel did some nice dribbling there, but looks like his leg let him down.
It's almost like he spun himself dizzy. Great skills on the ball there, and that might be just enough to see this result through from the men from LA.
Take a look. Got after it there. Nicely done by, maybe the turf monster got it. Here we go. Walker, 94th minute. United wins a goal kick. They are 110 or so yards away from the tying goal here in the final minute of regulation. Can they find that second goal to get level? No, they cannot. The game is over. The LA Galaxy wins a hard-fought 2-1 result against Arizona United SC in the 4th round of the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. And in their mind, they're going to Carolina. They'll play the Railhawks next Tuesday night. But what a gritty performance by a team that, as we mentioned, 100 days ago did not exist.
They did themselves very proud tonight. They made Major League Soccer's marquee franchise come from behind. And when you really break down the game, you can see the frustration and agony on Michael Delo Russo's face, because it was 2 minutes. It was 2 minutes. You did everything right, but it was 2 minutes you switched off. And by the time you switched on, that man had 2 goals, and that was the difference.
Indeed it was. Yossi Zardes was the hero as we take a look at the scoring in this one, with Arizona going on top in the 37th minute on a nice ball, a nice finish by Castle.
I love the whole sequence. Antunes, who's been a big part of their Open Cup run, got out wide. Dakers did enough. Ball in, and the captain, Castle, did well to score the first goal.
And that was how the half ended, but here's how the second half went.
Carbon copy finishing, really. Zardes, easy, not once, but twice. He just took over the game. Midway through the first half, he came out of the locker room. He's finally finding his form in a year where the goals have been hard to come for him. But again, Arizona, hey, they should be able to walk off this field tonight with their heads very high because they did themselves in this community a great job tonight in representing themselves.
Yossi Zardes is our Valley Hyundai dealer player of the game, but if we gave one to the folks in United, it would be probably going to this man, Matt Castle, who is with our Barry Vito.
Thanks, guys. Matt, obviously, opening half, it was all you guys. Second half, though, they came out on fire.
Yeah, I mean, it's an MLS team. It's top league in the country right now, but I thought the guys came out and gave a good effort. It's just, right now, it's about, we had the lead, came out at halftime, a little sluggish, obviously, and, that cost us the game.
What can you say about this group that's come together pretty quickly? You're still kind of finding chemistry on the pitch here. You have to be pleased now that it's all soaks in now after a really tight-fought game here against the Galaxy.
Yeah, I mean, we made a good run at it. We got the early goal, or I shouldn't say early goal, we got the first goal. And obviously, yeah, we started, from scratch, this team. The guys come together. We were in a little drought earlier.
I'd rather
we got out of it. Made a good run in the Open Cup, and unfortunately, this year the Open Cup's over. But we got to keep our head high. We have a big season still ahead of us. A bunch of games coming up shortly, so we'll regroup tomorrow and get back to it.
Can you talk about the emotions coming into this game and the importance of it for this young franchise? And you guys had to be very pumped up to face this Galaxy's team.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, when an MLS team comes in, especially the Galaxy, obviously it's one of the top teams across the MLS, obviously, but in general throughout their whole history with everything they've done, and then to come into our home field here. It's special. I know the guys were motivated. I was motivated. Everybody. It was a big opportunity for us. For the most part, I thought we showed pretty well. And it's just a couple, mental mistakes that we messed up on. But we'll look back and we'll move on with it.
Matt, finally, you guys, this is obviously probably a good boost for you. You had a good game against Rochester. Closing out now, after this one's over with, looking forward to the playoff push as a member of the United.
Yeah, without a doubt. Like I said, we have a bunch of big games coming up that we need to get points on for sure. Move up in the stands a little bit, and like you said, get that push going into the playoffs, and drag the momentum, and hopefully take a little bit of momentum from this game and move forward. But the guys are excited.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Matt Castle, captain of the United, guys, back upstairs to you.
And a nice finish and a nice memory for Matt Castle, and a nice memory for some 4,018 folks here who obviously would be disappointed with the result, but they can't be disappointed with the effort. We'll have more from the Peoria Sports Complex after this. Our final score once again, LA 2-1 over Arizona. Don't go away. We've got more coming up after this.
Arizona United SC plays LA Galaxy 2, Saturday, June 21st at the Peoria Sports Complex. United looks to continue its inaugural season as they host one of the league's best teams in LA Galaxy 2 on Saturday, June 21st at 7 p.m. Get your tickets today to support your Arizona United Soccer Club as they try to battle their way into the playoffs. Catch all the end-to-end action on the pitch at the Peoria Sports Complex with tickets starting at just $7. Arizona United versus the LA Galaxy 2, June 21st. Tickets on sale now at ArizonaUnited.com.
From the scene of yet another car wreck, we go live to Janet Green. Janet?
There are dozens of car wrecks every day in the Phoenix area. The problem is people often don't realize they've been hurt until a couple of days later. And without documentation, people won't get the money they deserve for their injuries. The solution? The Lerner & Rowe app. It allows you to completely document the wreck and even allows you to submit your case directly to Lerner & Rowe. It's free and it's a must-have.
Thanks, Janet. Lerner & Rowe truly is the way to go.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Eyes. We all have them. You, even you. All unique. Just like you. At Nationwide Vision, we understand this. So when it comes to eyewear, contact lenses, eye exams, LASIK, ICL, and cataract procedures, our expert team of doctors will make sure the care you receive is perfect, just for you. Call 1-800-EYECARE or go to nationwidevision.com to find a location near you. Nationwide Vision.
U.S. Open Cup and Arizona United SC Soccer on Cox 7 is presented to you by Nationwide Vision. Break the cycle of discomfort with your contact lenses, taking care of Arizona eyes for more than 3 decades. By Port of Subs, sliced fresh sandwiches made to order for over 40 years. Enjoy the great taste of Port of Subs sandwiches. By Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. Hurt in a wreck and need a check? Make one call, that's all, to Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. They'll get you all the money you deserve from the stingy insurance companies. Call them today at 977-1900. And by Hyundai. Hyundai, new thinking, new possibilities. A warm night and plenty of hot action at the Peoria Sports Complex as Arizona United, their Open Cup run ends in the 4th round tonight against LA Galaxy. 2-1, but a terrific effort. We're back inside our broadcast booth now here. Ken Tomash along with Alan Hopkins. This was fun to watch, wasn't it?
It was a great evening of soccer. And look, I love the game. I love what this community has done. It feels like they caught a little bit what's happening during the day in the World Cup. A lot of happy families. Despite the result, this is something to build upon. And many